Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I want to say,
oh no, yeah. There is nothing like me hoye. Sana bezemeka.
but so you need a free what's tag no?
Yeah.
Justice for Richard.
Oh, now boys in say omo pese omo mi out when I'm so.
T. Pacho.
What? Yeah.
Women the open me any.
Oh, definitely.
And T go you free
But my mama.
Name mum trust say. Do mun dey me talk.
Oh, definitely.
Matias.
Bye. Don't me. Oh, listen, man. So boy, yeah. Let me there. Don't worry.
Philippe bro.
Oh,
near ding. And I'm the bedroom. Tuna me.
I did it.
Oh, for me.
Oh, malaria.
Me sure so I'm checking go mu yareko.
Uni malaria. Utinya oya.
Osimano Ediasa in 9:36. Thank God it's Friday. Yatena se me said do mienu. And na yebe sorry na fe akofa dem kase no edi Abraham already seated. LIVESTREAM Gabi the foreigner. Encha wane ne nsam no abobo dodo na no transfers wo ha. Anra UEFA Champions League. League FA so no. Eno nso draw no ye kama. Yebedi san komani dina awo aye show no so na yebefia Black Stars nsam kakra wa ha. Sanso na enra Kumasi Asante Kotoko. This election no and so Chairman Solo ahun samo ha and afi House of Folk so NCC elections no and so bas your head mu sempani for do bi beba sidu ha na enomu nyina no edi eye enkomo these are many more and na etra se di charge medi no ahun sem nyina no edi Abraham to join I live our YouTube Nhyira TV oba na o subscribe di amame or subscribe via for message in the account. LIVESTREAM dear coming nearby. You be kind messages how do I want the brain our YouTube no amamo Samson tuning radio. Also a yadia over to me at the message no and also over to me at teach me dinner about every attention now. The Friday edition of Nhyira digital passport Jumedino and so at the Bantibra na also subscribe it na part of the show. Saying and some city anra UEFA Champions League draw no eba so na enuanom Chelsea na say omo wish bi pese bem enra ye draw ni wie no wish no enso abam kama omunya Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich but LIVESTREAM betena se na or the full draw no enso etimi at the Abraham final bache Okoteki, as almost Pam Jose Mourinho. Also, upon Onyadi, crack. The kind of result of the moment, and Yema and Quenam Busasi. Ninti, Manchester United, Omutuan Mo and Yading. None I meant to say, as a Manchester hierarchy, no. I'm so many Ruben Amorim, a bay meeting. Now, meeting on Benny Nano, a bay during the international break, you know, and I'm in the bay meeting. A honor match, say opening, no better crying, and now I'm about Kosoa coach. At the Manchester United and young comma a few Manchester Eban and the pair the details no at the Abraham of course transfers and some latest update on Zabi Simons, Alexander Isak, Nicholas Jackson, Edna Kobe Mino, among some Ninano, Yakoba near the San Cobono, and so etimi at the Abraham. And then Amuzu P question of the day. Amuzu P question of the day no. Question I yebisa and it said Charles in the Barcelona game no senka ye boni neya why and na ojide senko betimi ahye ne yonko Chelsea Barcelona senka ye boni neya why and na ojide senko betimi ahye ne yonko no eye Amuzu P question of the day and san ye befia Kumasi Asante Koroganura National Circles elections no and also etimi eba so nipa no me eligible so betimi avote na 9,604 na eto abani na 3,782 na in percentage no 39% and na etimi to abana ade no aw from bani na mu no chairman solo and as they say the Kumasa Sonoko national amonso etimi ayina yakoba na abidi san komono Black Stars and some and na fi House of Folk as is election and so on some ha Nina native for Encomra na Infasa Commono Emremo in Shawanzo 4.5 Richard Smith Donkor Richard Onye Yankwena Garbage Ram Gabi the foreigner and fine and Shasim free Amanene.
Amuzu garlic bitters mamoja dia frusani ye blood pressure.
Send fever. And your friend Dr. Duchuma. The bombs here. Uchama over go to no bonds of clinic. No show come.
Let me know about doctor. On teaching me red.
Dr. Duchuma and
our who me.
Open Dr. Nakoli and Dr. Duchuma. I would have it.
Maybe a Dr. Erica Bay.
Dr. Erica Duchuma down there. It's you have a call.
Your palm on Valenco. Was me home for me.
A day. Eh?
Manchester be kume.
Oh.
I know a feeling I'm cool, no. A Kame South Africa 2010 World Cup, no.
Yeah.
Time has some done that penalty or bobo ban. Your poor game na what to go me. 3 days mention I'm quite.
Wow.
The same feeling and I'm cool.
But we didn't know about to say okay.
And then on some magic question sika. It's never you on betch me. Come in, my dad. Me bro.
My voice here and the guys are Kofi. See my Mori Machishano.
Kofi Benjamin says go no booting Ben fan.
That was here.
Booting Ben.
Relax.
Booting me.
Relax. Quincy. And the Champions League draw. India no come. Now United is a BBNC. It's a Champions League draw on and me 4 p.m. Na Mebo Bosso Kakra ma we this and come on. Then good transfer news about for some teams here this and come on. After that, Niakano na afidi head yakosi. Rich Abia na obire fi the Champions League draw. Know how we want to do it from last season in the new format. It's now in a league phase, and no can say after some of Europe's elite clubs, Eba Beka say they play in the Champions League, but they don't make as much money as they are supposed to make. And I can tuebi na come for me ni anon person friend the Super League, you know. FIFA and UEFA, in fact, FIFA advise UEFA, of course, say they need to be careful and make sure say they get their member associations in check, because these are very powerful clubs. I mean, any group be Benya Madrid, Benya Barcelona, Enya Man United, Enya Man City, Enya Chelsea, the Liverpool, the big names, Italian giants. Definitely, it's a powerful footballing group every Europe. Which annuity UEFA felt like 1 because of revenue, 2 because of fairness, home and away won't sink them, 3 the away goal rule and all of these issues, and then 4 for them to have more matches for fans to enjoy. Yanko into a different format of the game, more or less a league phase and then a knockout phase in 2 major expansions. Which annuity, there is always a pot of 4, and inside 4 main pots. No, it has moved from the regular 32 teams and in 4 of a group of 8 to this time 8 in 6. That makes it very, very simple. The thing is that every team share 2 teams in each pot, and usually potting is done with UEFA coefficient. Now enuntina washa pot 1 year team akesefo no obi also nim say enka in the last 1 year 1.5 years enka uka team kesiya in terms of performance enka Chelsea nka ho. But because UEFA is not using baby Audi or league, so any they are purely using UEFA coefficient. That is why the Europa League winner, any Nipa or the second in the English Premier League, Krano, on only pot 2, but then Chelsea in pot 1. Because Chelsea in the pot rankings no, at the 7th, and your top 8, and the first one over, I think about pots, first 9 or the first pots, no, then subsequently it goes in there with respect to the pots. No. So Rich, that is exactly how it looks like. The pot 1, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Inter, Chelsea, Dortmund, and Barcelona. Pot 2 has Arsenal, Leverkusen, Atleti Benfica, Atalanta, Villarreal, Juventus, Frankfurt, and Club Brugge. And then pot 3, Tottenham Hotspur, PSV, Ajax Amsterdam, Napoli, Sporting CP, Olympiacos, Spartak Praha, Bodo Glimt, any team, your friend of Marseille, making it 8 over there. In the last spot, Copenhagen, I'll qualify now. Monaco, Galatasaray, Union, SG, Qarabag, Athletic Club, Newcastle, Paphos, any Kirati, Amata. The first teamer, the name of first time about Champions League maybe from Kazakhstan. So it's an interesting one from UEFA Champions League portal. I think, say, the interesting thing is that now Obia Eka say, okay, they want to make sure say Port 1 is interesting. It's what everybody in Port 1, Chelsea for now go post here now, say they want to know who they will meet in Port 1. In Port 1, Chelsea will not meet Man City because of they are from the same country. So it means that Chelsea and Casaho and Liverpool, they won't meet any of them. But 6 teams now, Chelsea will meet 2 of them. Obetimeshia, 1 home, 1 away. Mind you, you go home and away in the first phase. Either so go away and also go home. It doesn't matter. They move on from the Chelsea. Obetimeshia, Paris Saint-Germain to repeat what happened in the US of A. Obetimeshia, Real Madrid. Team on a lot of the times in recent times in the knockout phases of the Champions League. Obetimeshia, Bayern Munich, another top team from Germany. Obetimeshia, Inter. Obetimeshia, Dortmund, and then near Chelsea for Bebrina Epe and a Barca for Bebrina Apeno, Chelsea versus Barcelona. I think it is written in the stars in the name. I won't be surprised if Chelsea manages to get in. That is how it looks like important. Watch out. This is from Chelsea Fuangasa official page. The 6 teams are Chelsea Betimeshia Emumino. Rich.
Open.
Oh, 7 years my catch over there.
Open Barcelona.
Macasa Meme die. Chelsea 3 points to Barca.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 points to Omo. And me pen away camp now on Omo stadium ni yentem. Yempe na Munjik na yakwen yesika semna story in doors. We want camp now. Omo mo bi ambre bi mbehwebi. Enzo Maresca and then the boys in Bayejuma. Second team wrong. Almost a my PSG. Or Stamford Bridge. Say, go for me bracing a one-off game, a final. And I know we had a crowd on a US one where she do Paris Saint-Germain boys no moon peria until any other can Chelsea betting a show. So I want it again.
So I did Drew boy.
Almost your high. What we was I got. Oh, God, I was here, the Drew near the boy.
Mukaji Drew.
The amount town so much Drew Ribra.
Nanka and you fluka.
Nanya is a new fluka. Nanka Stamford Bridge. And you bring a way more.
And the Mumpawi.
You Stamford Bridge. Bassa Daniel was a Bassa Bono. Yem Pepper Ketwa.
Mopekese.
Pebig.
Then Mumia Nuna, my expanded game.
Oh, be expanded. Yes, some your Bassa. I'm the one canyon. Yenny 18 Ketwa. Yenny Kajon. Into Mumbi Bima Highline. Highline corner Vinin and Bapentin and beaten. Eddie Penwa.
Okay.
Your boy be or your friend Joao Pedro or Pesa Highline. Your nigger man be your friend Liam Delap or Pesa Highline pa. And so a second half cry. When I say, yeah, first half cry. Oh, dear, Mammy Casabi. It's a new Champions League ports. When I reach good news about. And the good news have started from Germany. From Enra, we started here and we said Bayern Fono are very much interested in our branch friend Nicholas Jackson. But you know, all through the transfers now, baby at Chelsea and the transfers I could do. The most critical phase has been this last 1 week. And I said it several times. Because now say the one player that Chelsea has to get to move on to the next step of finalizing the transfer business was Xavi Simons and he had in come and we kept explaining, say, who reading any article where they'll tell you that the Xavi Simons deal is tied to Christopher Nkunku. At the end here, UEFA sanctioned Chelsea with the amount sanctioned to pay some money and also make sure that they balance the books with players above the knockout phase of the Conference League last season, with the new ones that they will sign. And yes, sir, you can use those players to play in your local game, but what mean for new players in the UEFA Champions League? So Chelsea knew that to be able to balance, they need to make sure that they sell our brand to your friend Christopher Nkunku. I've also always maintained that Chelsea have always agreed that deal with Xavi Simons. The only thing is that they would want to make sure somewhere we are in Kunku there no. Send they don't get a lower evaluation for him. And I know Paya that sorry. It was a non-ajo. And a Milan for the status of Mudin Rich man funny serious. I thought that Milan for the Anna Omunye serious mobile loan the sameness and Yamano. But Milan have come in and then they've been some of our branch friend Christopher and Kunku, but this time on a permanent basis. Rich Sikan 36.2 million in pounds. It's equivalent to about 42 million euros plus sell-on clause for Chelsea for them. Rich Milan for most recent highest bought player. In fact, our best player is our team Rafael and almost 32 million. But they've bought a brand new friend Christopher and Kunku for 36.2 million. What it means is that technically a beer coin and the amount brand here your friend is Xavi Simons. Rich Anope. It is widely reported from German outlets. Bill Denny Kicker most especially said Xavi Simons in London. Now from a non-ajo, Torian Mosfer have been asking Xavi Simons I didn't want to Chelsea at Chelsea that they are willing to go ahead with a deal and pay the money to RB Leipzig. Now Leipzig had given a branch friend Xavi Simons the permission to go to London. Senebe clarify the issues around whether or bet now on or bet co on and they are giving that permission. Which just at the time at Chelsea, Ayu Puma came for Christopher and Kunku. Torian Mosfer so didn't know about Beijing. Chelsea are still in there. We are waiting to see in the next few hours what is going to happen with our branch friend Xavi Simons to Chelsea. I think says Xavi definitely moves to Chelsea Football Club and is going to be a new player for Chelsea. And it's the same. Once Nkunku echo permanently, Chelsea have one left international loan opening. And I don't know any buying for an Chelsea said they should give a branch friend Nicholas Jackson with almost last loan options no, to them. Now a branch memorable loan, omuntia loan fee, omuntia salary, and also agree whether an option to buy or an obligation to buy. I think and 2 clubs in here. So Chelsea have gotten good news with our branch friend Christopher and Kunku and then Xavi Simons and Nicholas Jackson. Then the big one, our branch friend Alejandro Garnacho. I think Manchester United has done a good job in the fee Ghana made. When you're more than the 25 now, I think that's here the mammono. Are getting somewhere close to the same amount that we are selling in Kunku, around 36 million pounds for our branch friend Alejandro Garnacho. He wants Chelsea. And no, Okoya, I don't know if it's, I've not been able to verify. I mean, he's a Korean man with me verify my. Which I saw people posting on Instagram and Twitter say, Alejandro Garnacho got to on Instagram say, like, I could post a picture of Ono any Abrante friend Jadon Sancho. I want to believe saying okay. Because I don't think the player, especially after say United, they lose, he doesn't have to be doing stuff like that. But Rich, Garnacho to Chelsea, right there. In fact, it is sorted. Here we go. Now to Nhyira. For me, BBNC. Why? The only thing I saw this morning, I call say Daily Express here. Daily Express say Grim for Amorim. Hey, Bass. Grim for Amorim. Which Bofumi say Grima. Let's say Sum Oyene Atoyancham and Atu Amorim. For what to Grim for Amorim. Hey, I simple.
Coach Abu game maybe. Okay, push matter. Gives as a coach. Do you think you are the problem? We say win him. I will play as Nana. I say I don't know. Up till now. Now Manchester board mama coach with you. Okay, from Pomazo.
Okay.
Baby, any coach as
current coach, yeah.
About the same thing. Could lose games and not coach match. No, coach, what is the problem? Also, my head meet me be a problem no. And on past 6, not a letter I ready.
I'm not going to deliver man.
Pamona. No, you are the coach. So over catch me problem and say, who named the problem of Manchester United? And you as a manager.
But wait, let me ask you a question. Last season, what kind of team were you Liverpool free? It was a lower division side.
And no, I'm family.
I've been telling you money say ABC that. Say KC.
We are talking about Division 4. But and Division 1, and Division 2. And yet 4, Division 4. Now the problem is all and call for no X or now.
I'm
there to say every week you be on some new game.
So it's a more
Time minute. As in Kuntumri, no.
Come here, can say but Kuntumri emphasis can you?
I'm a rim. No coffee, and you're funny anymore. And you're funny.
But it's what's a see now.
Diana BB, why are
you going to beat Grimsby?
Oh, Jack of Jadia.
No, but no,
Jack now would
no, meaning you were so confident on Bishop Grimsby.
I ain't I'm confident. Manchester United. Oh, first level at the starting game now.
I'm here.
You full squad near the boy.
And
you're telling me that I should be worried.
It's now Kobo Grimsby now, but you know, Grimsby, you're better than over 3 center backs against Grimsby. Just a ball, don't know why this over. So me, I don't know why you're surprised. Because to me, nothing has happened. What was the problem yesterday, Michelle? Oh, yeah. What happened? Because at 2-0 halftime, 2-2, what happened? Line up, Nini. Mubo, almost everybody. Onana, Maguire, Heaven, Fredrickson, Ugat, Menu, Dalot, Dogu, Cunha, Ahmad, and then Sesko. Benjamin Sesko, the 75+ million pound player, was in a team. So for me, nothing really happened to Manchester United. And you idea me who that? This is a coach that has played games, 29 games, and then has 28 points. He has won 7. And inside 29 games, their relegation team say home. So, ABA,
yeah, a scouting team no more bomb.
Based on game.
Play beyond the break. Share. Last year.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Manchester Nibia, including me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes. Oh, the environment is toxic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not the first excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Then you call preseason, I'm Morimia Okutui. Yeah, Bob Panati goes over, baby. Coach. No, so, some environment nana toxic, no. Players na no, Omoko to Kwani Adeno. Now, Sanya Money Name, every team. So, as I said, the environment is serene.
But still. So it
means that some problem now, there be a cancel a problem. No, what's what solving?
But saying it no so onimono. Only because yes, so you be away.
Secondly, yes, last is now dear partner as a new coach and boy.
Yeah,
it's your first strike camera. And you cover Benjamin Sesko. You cover player be from Netherlands. I can't never say the workers who say one way.
What workers?
Kofi Benjamin Sesko on the radio say yen do nyame ba me do nyame the team no mun first can muna see
live giver Sesko can bra
skano
na no force say
oh Kofi abeji esika
nenye one na Sesko boboy Sesko yi me make choose retinyan to boase
Kofi akwa no
na ni data no
see radio say yen do nyame ba do nyame say so man first can ama live for
then number
akwa na sapapa. Hey, yes, I can. Oh, Debbie. If you're telling you,
that mom knows someone says he for
name Buemo Jama John radio so by our bed, you may need.
I will take
2-1.
Yeah,
my grandma 2-2.
Okay,
first man at your bash, come on. That the last hour, save me. That you woman sick. Pierce me heart.
Daddy, I said you
or pierce me heart. And the sword now pierce me.
As I said you already.
Kofi, me bro, I'm going through a lot. Many na din na mtimba program.
Here's an account me ma.
Me say me tie me won fa me o. Me ti me hona ma shit like me hu say me ni pedua na nkasa niam nkoyi. All because of Manchester United. And me it's simple, you see, Kofi. I agree with Obi Obeka say Manchester problem no enye coaching. And coaching is part of it, but maybe few time on uncle.
Rich, I'm only 7 months. 7 months.
He can't. He's not a man.
Rich, but is it not down to Manchester United? That has to be radical.
No, you see, Kofi, Yentia say, Team Bia and Koya, who coaching never sacrifice. We can't do total overhaul because you the player, you discount according to players number one. We can't sack them. But we individual and the bit me apamon.
Bano Papa, I say,
I'm going to go.
and I was saying, for was a crowd.
I'm around on to me, Hedgeman.
Meet me, I mean, like enemy who
He can't.
Was around who too much. But don't worry, we are fine. I come just 3-4 years, but United will come back. Why? But I'm about to check BP. No,
me check it cry machine me say ntimi nko honkra.
Rich, what's on there? We have see as the Europa League games so horrible, but who's where the whole kakra. Let me just go through the codes for them now. My name is share on YouTube. I'll be to take a screenshot on the social media and also Fifi Manfred. Okodi nyina abenya but oh radio dia me show me starting my my first one a BW D8 BF 906 second one a BW D8 C3 89D third one a BW D8 C7 3EB and a last one a BW D8 C9 28B Rich Radinto Greens and Wusumai.
Medasi Kofi. You judge me dinner since I was 4.0.
Good morning.
I want to say,
oh no, there is nothing like me hoye. Sana bezemeka.
But so you need a free what's tag no?
Yeah.
Justice for Richard.
Oh, na boys in say omo person me out na me so.
T. Pacho.
What? Yeah.
Women the open me any.
Oh, definitely.
Enti ko yi free ho.
But my mom.
Name mum tro say. Do mun dey me talk.
Oh, definitely.
Matias. Bye.
Don't me. Listen, man. So boy, yeah. Let me there. Worry.
Philippe bro.
Oh,
na nyedin. Nam dia beduma. Tu nyina me yare.
I don't know.
Who family?
Oh, malaria.
Me sure so no omo check him go mu yare ko.
Uni malaria. Utinya we ya.
Why she them ti dwame.
Say ni fever. And your friend Dr. Duchumai. The bomb so here. Utwama over go to no bonzo clinic no show come.
Is me your bad doctor.
On
chichire me re.
Dr. Duchumai na
Our who come.
Open Dr. Nakoli and Dr. Duchumai. I would have it.
E be Dr. Erica be.
Dr. Erica Duchumai down there. It's you have a call.
Your palm on family ko. We me home family.
Ade.
Manchester be kume.
Ogo.
I know feeling na me ko mu no. E ka me South Africa 2010 World Cup no.
Yeah.
Time as I'm done that penalty or bobo. Ba no. Your poor game na what gu me ho. 3 days man me anko adwuma.
Wow.
The same feeling na am ko.
But we dey na wa banti say okay.
And then no some aji kwesi tum sika. It's never you bet me. Come mada. Me bro.
My voice here na the guys Kofi. Team Amori ma shisha no. Amori
Kofi Benjamin Sesko no botin be na ko fan.
That was here.
Obotin be.
Relax.
Obotin be.
Relax. Quincy. And the Champions League draw. Yendi no ko na United say BBNC. It's a Champions League draw honum and me 4 p.m. na mebo bosso kakra ma we dey this and come on. Then good transfer news about for some teams here this and come on after that ni aka no na afidi head akosi. Rich ABA na obire fi the Champions League draw know how we want to do it from last season in the new format. It's now in a league phase. And no can say after some of Europe's elite clubs, Eba Beka say they play in the Champions League, but they don't make as much money as they are supposed to make. And I can tuebi na come for me ni anon person friend the Super League, you know. FIFA and UEFA, in fact, FIFA advise UEFA, of course, say they need to be careful and make sure say they get their member associations in check because these are very powerful clubs. I mean, any group here, Benya Madrid, Benya Barcelona, Enya Man United, Enya Man City, Enya Chelsea, the Liverpool, the big names, Italian giants. Definitely, it's a powerful footballing group. Which, and UEFA felt like 1, because of revenue. 2, because of fairness, home and away, 1 sinks them. 3, the away goal rule and all of these issues. And then 4, for them to have more matches for fans to enjoy. Yanko into a different format of the game. More or less a league.
On become no
problem.
In a book game no near.
No problem.
I'm on 3 points in film hall.
No problem.
We also sample PSG.
No problem.
On one chance for not sending message. FIFA move baby or mechanism differ. Chance to we.
Any problem.
Minty way.
Don't pay your almost have a can.
That's it.
A bonfire the mouth. Rich. I'm a buying. Me the mention son of I'm a buying. Why a lot of unwanted record our Manchester United. But Rich, I think that a bit more while you can forgive. But when you read this, Rich, Manchester United lost to a 4th-tier side in the EFL Cup for the first time in their history.
I didn't see that. So why now? 4th tier.
And I'm sure game no. But I was frozen in my seat. And I was asking myself, say, because Rich, what is happening to Manchester United? Yes, we have done analysis, but Rich, some of these doesn't even make sense. And you who the kind of contest in a perspective, on find shame to explain it. Now, Rich, a team to say Manchester United have gone 29 games and counting. Omunya back-to-back wins. How? 29 games. Manchester and Shea and Sanchen to us say when you're back-to-back wins. Now, Osha no game in Libya. Team no ever seen ne omudi going to mean coming.
You're from say Greensby said dear and dear me. Never gonna game is me because Greensby dear see a show. You want a million notifications say. Quick,
one.
You be cook for no. Say money I say. And I'm so no name I'm going game no.
Me share game and say go flash it too. You watch the goals and you can purely blame the players.
Yeah.
Especially Onana. Second goal.
Yeah.
Now, let me stay with the goals now. Because I'm already can be. In one of the post-match interviews, and a presenter and say, Onana saw another little bit more, or saying Onana problem. Say only 40 team air bar. Your keeper shouldn't even be exposed. And I agree with him.
Sure. Your keeper no good as the defenders.
Yes. And you can say about the keeper. Rich, we've watched games in Copa del Rey, Carabao, big team, any 40 Biba. You hear the commentator say the goalkeeper for the big team is on a holiday. So for Manchester United to play a 4th-tier team, now we some Johnny Kwakobisa coach say Mukipa Nasano. I'm already say question it doesn't make sense to him because under normal circumstances the goalkeeper shouldn't even be seen our football cameras in him. Then United had to crawl back in Buemo, Harry Maguire. Rich penalties. Ya ba mo bi ha body dey wie. Ni asaba back. Then a 4th-tier team managed to have their composure. After say obi abobi no. No masa back ese. Then him mo bobo no dey kobo ba no.
EFL.
And look, movie game. That is where my concern is. I think the players spoke really loudly about what they want today. That is the coach throwing the players under the bus. Something has to change. And you are not going to change 22 players again. It's hard to face everything. We move to the next game, then we have time to decide things. Amorin on the ITV for anything go on. And to the famous interview now on social media, no, it was Amorin talking to ITV for no. Now, Rich, if a coach after that abysmal performance, banana the first words and they say players no ekasa no ano edin with omo performance no give you na, what is he trying to say? Especially when he goes on to say but untimi change 22 players e wo team nim
njono nko when you 22 players in kokwa
me problem is say edin na Manchester United ensign still now we are not seeing change. They've been changing coaches. Yeah. They've been transferring players. They've been buying players. They are doing. There will be a year in normal football to react to a situation. They've done all of that. You started Premier League this season. Man, you win a match. Then their third game of the season, EFL to a fourth year, man, you out. Maybe in the long term, sad defeat could be a blessing in disguise. Because Rich, me say for Man U to have any dream of so to be qualified to the Champions League, also reducing the number of games of the competitions. Then concentration in ever main ones, and probably EFL could be a blessing in disguise. But we super catch us ayala. Team sebi I work crisis mu say EFL so na ultimate winning. No one your trophy be to bring some lights in that inside that room on them. What is really happening to Manchester United?
Our next game here, Bob Burnley. Another low block team. And we a team now. You said a new ball career papa bia. Intimate tormenti your opponent. Game now a bonaze. You jina park and you able ni keke. And then so we defense now very, very vulnerable. And Kofono can at a point no more defend it because now the match 2. The NCT back na.
Of course,
yes, no more can't be. And anytime you on Bajubo Biano, which means a defense, basa. Very vulnerable. And the Yaman Koyu.
My you is.
And Yaman Koyu. And no, I'm down. My was asked, what is the problem? Yes, it's toxic environment. Toxic, you are coach who was solve our problem. You have 2 players amount. They beam, yenya day beam. You be result.
What do you say? A Tommy Junior, ma, one my dear baby team rich. It was so wild. Me catch him, say, me who answer Maka. I say, Anna, my uncle boo Brazil FNO and some no mumfa and Charlotte bra. Maybe you need a figure like that. Call ye patapasem ne French lot in a catches massa. Baby, you're doing the Elisa Oba. Probably my Manchester and yet Ten Hag more. They need a Obisa. That was how wild my thinking got to. Maybe I imagine you could do it. Now you see, and Uncle Bimano so in your boy. And he was part of the team that lost. Yadika Bedim Como said, Abrantino, as a playing time into a person could analyze the situation. And then they became there. Can I just mention them? Then we near Koyanim. Rich, the latest on Kobe, and they say, Kobe Abusian for say they are disappointed in Amorim for going out to say, Abrantino must fight for the position. Now only Bruno and a pre-position. Until the obey will train the betches say whether also boy ahead of Bruno and as a manembo. Rich. And can a normal circumstances say coach say pre-position. Now to me say oh now was over bar. A second year bad statement. But Kobe Abusa for say who young player be say Kobe o team mo. The here a guidance, any counseling, any because still I crowd what it's no. Akra bisano. You don't go public and say, Masa, Shasona train him ye, na fight for position. The moment you speak to a young guy like that, it just said you don't even value him that much. And for them, and some of us can say, look, coach be anyone or player or young. Now or future or now Obeka say a simple case of just fight for your position.
A player that was but 3 Lions.
Yes.
England team the movie.
And he is one of the future of Manchester United. Yeah. What at the end prevent you to go and say, look, the guy has a long future with us. He is very much part of my plans. Me what the match shamano onya botrem fa mame. Na only nyina yen kambom ne yenko. Oh, like there are some way you can say things for someone to feel important even though you are not using player. And that is what Kobe Abusiafo are telling the athletics here. Say, look, you don't just tell a young guy, simply go fight for your position at our training grounds. In Nhyira, and you remember 738. And those trusted sources in Italy, I say, Napoli, I call to Manchester United. Say, what the Kobe situation is here. In the situation it is saying I say some tono so be ba on physical saying embra so Napoli has started our inquiry and Rich I am happy for sad news because it seems as washa Antonio Conte say okotim biana o wini league ni we are adia bakwe ya manita Johnny free team nim I say ogidi say the more more tournaments the more you have to give him squad depth and normal ekoye ediamano now Rich unim
me every payer and so I will answer I will do nya so bakato say na transfers ni ewo ho enti ye be di transfers home and koba kakra na fe ya by UEFA Champions League anu ada draw no mo ye etime di won koba kakra na wonim say anu ada e bi failure say impo Europa League kwa no we metime nya qualification na san to fo ni no mo ho aka me pato bako eye Jose Mourinho now your head coach Adama Fanabati bobo ko no wo mentime qualify UEFA Champions League ade na ye ka and so at the moment, and now per what any of Facebook reporter men circa as a Fanabati Bobo Conum at us open way a Duman and Yandi so bet me at the Fanabati in Toma Pamono and Team Anuya Yose Mawino dia Efina Kate at the Abana and no Quampato open any dead Ulagana social one also Omasakido back 6 and 4 Woffrey Manchester Ada or Cotton Fiaka Cano so a Duman Anka paying Betimia and Kamasa was San and he also Juma no mate at the feeling 70 and you all gonna social no a reporter if you're paying us wakate at the EPA Jumadius now Yanko the transfer proper not any Kobe menu a player at Manchester United and Kobaka Kwame in Saka yes and Rwanda in fact 2 days ago and yes Kobe menu kokate Manchester Fornesa or person Tibno Wofimo Nasa Manchester Antonio Kra or Paso Kobolon na Okohan Yamakakra or here new challenge and Tianka Manchester United Betiasia one man in Kobolon Kaka na a tree Ebio Baba was Samba back Yasem or the letter at the command Manchester United Manchester Fornesa and no more for Kobe menu and in the entourage in the Katoma menu party or Tunimutai and ya Batinia pet will be the AS 71 billion crabba and ya there's so many Janamanaco because when we did this way a player or Manchester United yepa and Yasin the request not the coin Manchester Fornesa and ya there's so but I no pay reporter me seka Sunny entourage no and Manchester United ebasa committee na fe o masa atnase me fit na kono anase nwumene ano mbe decide say ebia da Manchester Stars no mu gina no e ho no mbe gina so mo ma branta ne nkwa na say ebia adwensesa enso ebeba ne ye de firi Manchester United akate ade eba e wo dwumade so na no pay no e de ho nkora kakra ade adam wo wan hihya hodo so Nick Otamendi wonum aye player anatasa
team ne dina de Bayern Munich bobo kono enso epeno where player Edmund Stuttgart since Abrantia ne din enso edi adeso mama musimo if your player back what in the pano enso ya Nick Votamendi and komaka kra men seka sanwata Newcastle sa kolem no mo fa hoko Germany ano mo kodi nkomo mo ni Stuttgart na deal na nkasa de akwa we 90 million euros na sikabot na nkasa de 85 million euros and yes go material for Nick and 5 million advance kakra and so ka ni nyina ko we 90 million euros adom sika Stuttgart player no team and the Newcastle akwa for na ediaba member represent Newcastle boy UEFA Champions League and so mo yiro omo and susuru ho no yesa ne ba ya wo ma talk no ediama so tiba ya kama ediama man koma kakra men saka yase Abranta ne de Trent Alexander-Arnold sani MPP ni ho sadi ne ba yo na Abranta se o mo Liverpool be na obako Madrid enkoba kakwa men saka yase sa Madrid no o mo head and feed this how yase si first lesson kwa no Danny Carvajal wo ho die ene ya mesa yase Carvajal and the start games do na ediama Madrid and the same po Trent Alexander-Arnold benya bia ba ebi ofiri bench ana beba ene enkoba kakwa men saka ewo dwumade so yase ama Manchester City boboko no efi sane nesia won be try ahwese bia wo metima nya Trent Alexander-Arnold na waba be sia kan e de Manchester City eye boboko na no enkoba men saka ewo dwumade so Abranta ne de Thiago eye Guavia me pato wonom eye player ne no all this is boboko no atoro from Benfica atasa kodane ba abaye dwuman kama e de ma all this is boboko no esan so omo so efi say this season eso omtimi bo mo humodin ye pa ene e friend league an koma kakra mensa kam ewo dwumade so but yasi initially no a loan deal ne baba after loan no and sound e be a permanent stake no eno so atimi aba no ye reporter mensa kan ewo dwumade so season aspect and some a former Chelsea player okoba lati ko Madrid kakra and koma mensa kam sa Abranta no wo madin komo ye pa ama yasi obakọ Sevilla ama ono akwa kobo edama Sevilla bobo kwenene anya wese ni medicals no enso betimi abaso na faces mikweta enso akọ aye Sevilla akwa kosia kan ediamomo eno so update ni bara maminko the deal na obi etwen se beba mu all of a sudden niam atene eno ye Xavi Simons enti mama me Xavi Simons ewo show no so na Xavi Simons ni enkoma mensa kan ya say America said there why a Tottenham Hotspur player and he Chelsea for na munim say Xavi Simons oba no me pato Abrante no a Tottenham Hotspur player obesia kan with Kudus Mohamed our the new Tottenham Sports Stadium ni nyina ya say Abrante na no ada ana me baba ka cho say waba na ba waba ni nyina ya say oba be di nkomo e wo London na enkomo no obedi wo London no ya say ankwanko wieye we talk si boboko no ana nan kedim sa Abrante de kwakọ sane ediamomo nyamianum ne na yesi Chelsea say wo metwa for Abrante de pa no aya something close to 60 million ana say ebia 50 to 55 aya million pounds no eskana Chelsea ayo madwe say anko metwa for RB Leipzig na komanya Xavi Simons kwabana adia no mo twenya na RB Leipzig engine tum but Abrante with the Chelsea their contract agreement wo many Abrante personal terms no Chelsea ne reti and Abrante ya can Chelsea one two monka anti yasim by 2 days ago and Abrante seeking permission from any team RB Leipzig say oba land no aba sorting amount na one in the future no sania ebesia kwabana ya so oba ana teso penya ni din e de paratiti mo and so fra ne katom so when you aba land India London club ba ko so ho anom ay Tottenham Hotspur na ompeso mo ni din komo kwabana mo kwa atena se ko din komo yeti ya ne sa ya so mo Xavi rate personal terms na already kwano Tottenham for the kind elbow RB Leipzig 4 pnumu ana teso mo ne o reach agreement so play and there wo munya no mo pebera wo munim se Chelsea ani Abrante na wie beta sabio obi awura na Nhyira ani RB Leipzig nti o mo ka che RB Leipzig se wo mbe mo 70 million euros RB Leipzig be dia tumidia ani o mo so be na afa o mo ne Abrante na kasa yase no ada Nhyira ana Leipzig bobo ko ne adi tum so okay ane sika no omo beti emom no 60 million ana Tottenham so metua ana afe advance kakraba ane ye 10 million afe nso kwa no ekowie 70 na Dantan koma bia se koba se team ne de Tottenham Hotspur aton service Simonsa omo kata Abi Leipzig se ombenya sika aka no se mudi una na ye 10 crop for back we dey no mo ne boy ne nkasa ana ye se omo se ase service Simonsa kasa kwabena dia ba ya se brante ne hwedi a obo Chelsea onya starting lineup na na se onya starter e Chelsea bia obeba from bench and to so where no decide is okay sisi ade obekọ team and din at the Tottenham Hotspur and long awaited transfer na nkese ebam no another anopay niam assistant abrante no or sign contract at the Tottenham Hotspur till 2030 option 2 years at the car and to 2032 and the option is abrante and so with Tottenham Hotspur bobo 70 million euros and he is cancelled as Abi Simons and so etimedia dane and I'm so okay any nyambo check akana minko Liverpool na minko hard kakra esa se have Elliot so no na ya say Abi Leipzig bobo ko say omunya player na omope and yes Liverpool for so ka to sa munim di ya so nim di ya have Elliot ne yenya mfa ne kwampo ma sa Alexander Isak yenya no say Isak enya maya ya say Liverpool for say enya de say wo meja have Elliot amana ko team bia and this Abi Leipzig for every so many scan on the bedi djuma dia on pom first can fanto on train say ebia Liverpool and another striker in a person of Alexander Isak and son of Major have Elliot amana ko no so atimako yes Abi Leipzig for nyas ka pepe so my has yes Branton the Tyler Dublin wo mo he so metime nya akoda no wo metime twa be 40 million pounds and afa akoda ba kwa na nkomo pena and opay na ba say wo ko West Ham United and here Matheus Fernandes akoda no kwa de ko Jacob Ramsey and afa Mari Hitchison and afa Branton din Adi Malek Tillman where players I say Abi Leipzig fortress Xavi Simons sikano edwa kakra mpeso mu didi no enti nkoma kakra no pay eba so ne na mo ma me wime eza yasa mo Manchester players ni buafu yasa United players ne say wo mu formations class akrada enti dasi we so mu ntimi nko wo be wota 3-3 no ma deja akwa no mo aye na wo mu di hu nkoma na yasa mpemfo na te na anona yasa Manchester for ka te rubi na mo wim say sisi ano say ya international break na homini ni wo meeting na meeting o na mete adekro papa te ni kwa Manchester United pam no say ono so no person resign a ene we nya asem bia ono na ka say adwuma no betimi ayo enti so he no ntimi nwa we vigilance net ne twenya ya ene o de mam kwa metima wo so e de man kama nanka be daja adwuma na sidi enti nkoba kaka me say kam yasa Manchester United dressing room players ni so pay na sa the tactics ne nya kwanyo fa so ni formation no players ni so mu so enti ono anka so ba resign a edi na wa resign wa bra problem bia enso menti anu ye dia efi Manchester United akate edi eba e wodwumadie so nyame anim ne yesa transfer stories no one team Barcelona de na one team Madrid dia o many big clubs one to omo from Spain and pato enkofo no munyo madu so mbeto bibia biebo basa kwa do no sisi no oni sika onti ni players no mpese bi kra beko na nkako pese oba beto bi asem Madrid nsusu dia omo dia no dia me de baba Madrid ka me so omo so mapem na meko Nicolas Jackson akate ekwadi nkoba kaka na no ada na dia na tot yesi Bayern Munich for ni Chelsea for ka 10 million pounds ano Dabi 10 million euros no scan na say omo kate Chelsea say koba so mbefa Branton olona wo metua na anopa yesin krofo na hwe Chelsea me say Chelsea for head MP enti omo de 5 million na de aka ho omo kate Chelsea say omo man Nicolas Jackson mebo loan 15 million euros na option to buy me enwo ho na anka wo boss season wi a say ombeto no maton bet Chelsea say omo pro obligation to buy at so kiti se player no bo wi se woto no ene se ne wasen wansan yo wato ade kama na oni na ye adwuma no ye de aye twen enti efiri ne kopema nwumre de ane ye do na ye hwese ebetimi aboma no ada Chelsea complete big ayi mame ye no sa big deal ba ko ane ya Alejandro Garnacho de enti ameka se a big deal ye se player bi o Manchester United da Manchester so wonya ade wo kwa club bi a obo ebo ni ye pa enti ye de ya top big player ane ye Garnacho na ane ada na Chelsea complete ye Manchester United for Bekate somebody 70 million and the Kate Masa Ghana don't come on and we do know yan top players are mana Moko Maya Dilani Euro boom defender Moko Tona Bodin Din Derby we attacking ya can say midfielder Yana Tona winger or Bontentenwa and Tatanwa kwa you be hotter than I just said ya team near Pese ya didn't count ya Bema 40 Monia Munya Yaza Manchester for Cordemu Peba Musumudi Mufambraza ya bedi and yazi chance catch on Musumudi and Yawe ya the ASS one cross back and the back home at the Amamunti said Danta Comabiano about us Branteno or you didn't whom dia ya Bema 10% and the Manchester's votes oh Debbie Yadamasi Papa hey Champions League players Yadamasi Kunake into battle and no other Manchester United Yaponica crowd ya mama na we no one na me say yes the Champions League air draw the air battle and na me ko chance go ban e ko din ko maka ya dija go po so no before say draw never battle them 15 minutes proud to draw no and na Chelsea say so mu ye training training na sia no na Chelsea player bi abani e bi say draw ne bona who player bay who team bay the am one pa ya say Chelsea goalkeeper say ope Barcelona and I'm say hey Lami Yama ball na Rob Sanchez and Kapediemu ayanke to akro bato mo me screen so swear Chelsea no taboo players no ba kwa no the am one pa ya Rob Sanchez umuasa onko bomi ente oso wo pe Barcelona and osan pe PSG na PSG dia na ebisa sa PSG dia na no da woni ne bo US no so sa PSG France na ewia ne do mani enti we na nke bese ya santi o me ne omu biem no ma say nya wi asem bia but Chelsea goalkeeper na gaza yo oye na yebisa Abranta ni dia di Maro Gusto sa onu so petim be na so obi a yepe bia yamfa ne mra on dey ever ready say when you obi a obepe bet Chelsea players ne dey dodo na so mpe Barcelona eh so mo ne ya adwene yepe yebisa Enzo Fernandez say o petim be na say ha oh Barcelona no on dey video nti wo dey when anim ye pa say ha Barcelona ano no so pe Marco ya say na Spain ni ba dey say wo man team a eso train no babra wo man Barcelona or you okay and your captain eso hia Barcelona pato James Akasa James so on dey ohia aye Barcelona ana fe Pedro Neto emilika hene wono so so hia Barcelona ntibato ya satu ye case na wie ntibasa fo no bring it on se mo se mo wala me yama yama no ye wo bebre ye la me yama se no ye wo aye ayi ya kan se ayi wo se Ghana to kra be kan ono kwa la me yama ana ye wo William anso e wo ho William Stavao e wo ho ana de Copa man so aka ho de amamunti we de mo de mo famla basa fo no ya twam na chese ne ma atimi aye kama anti ano aye dia eba e wo adwuma de so na menya botre ade the big clubs ni nyina obi a team a wone ne ebebo na se ni league no in league form am se this time ye born in league form na ye born league ni we teams a ebe free aye 1 akopim 8 no me pato munya automatic qualification to the quarter final emam team a free 8 akopim anase free 9 akopim 25 ni nyina no o mo na be akobo aye playoff run of 16 no ansa na ya say yomo aba be kan ho aba be do quarter final sabebepe anata se draw no enso esitie enti Arsenal bobo kono wo mu team a wo mu ni ombesia aye Bayern Munich wo mu ni Inter bebo wo mu na Atletico Madrid bebo ani Club Brugge bebo mu ni Olympiacos ana fe Slavia Praha ana fe team ani di ne Adi Karat aye Amate ana aye team ani di Atletico aye Club de Bilbao enti we aye teams a Arsenal ani omobo Chelsea bebo Barcelona wo bebo Bayern Munich wabebo Benfica na wabo Atalanta Bergamo wabebo Ajax wabebo Napoli na wabo Pafos na face wabo Qarabağ and also Ediano no Liverpool ababo Madrid wabebo Inter Milan na omabo Atletico Madrid wabebo Eintracht Frankfurt wabebo PSV Eindhoven Afro Olympique du Marseille no omabo Qarabağ no omabo Galatasaray Manchester City wabebo Borussia Dortmund na omabo Real Madrid wabebo Leverkusen abo Villarreal wabebo Napoli no omabo Bodo Glimt Wambabo Galatasaray, no Mabo AS Monaco, Newcastle, Womo games Wambabo Barcelona, Wambabo PSG, no Mabo Benfica, Wambabo Leverkusen, no Mabo P. Eindhoven, Wambabo Olympic to Marseille, Athletic Club Bilbao, no Mabo Union SC, after Tottenham Hotspur, also Mabo Borussia Dortmund, Wambabo PSG, no Omabo Villarreal, Wambabo Eintracht Frankfurt, Sliva Praha, no Mabo Bodo Glimt, FC Copenhagen, now for Omabo AS Monaco, and your teams are almost elbow, Woko Bayern Munich, almost teams Omino Mobono, Chelsea, Wambabo Club Bridge, no Mabo Sporting CP, Wambabo Union SC, now for Omabo PSG, Wambabo Arsenal, Wambabo PSV in Hoven, and now for Papa Bobo Kono, Mepato PSG, and so elbow Bayern Munich, Wambabo Atalanta, no Mabo Tottenham Hotspur, Wambabo Newcastle, no Omabo Barcelona, Wambabo Bino Leverkusen, na Omabo Sporting CP, and now for Athletic Club Bilbao, Mepato Barca Matis Wambabo near Barca Babo PSG, Wambabo Eintracht Frankfurt, na Omabo Olympiacos, Wambabo Copenhagen, Wambabo Chelsea, no Omabo Club Bridge, Wambabo Sliva Praha, and now for Newcastle, Bobo Kono, and Madrid, and so Ababo Manchester City, Wambabo Juve, Abo Marseille, no Mabo AS Monaco, Liverpool, Wambabo Benfica, na Omabo Olympiacos, and after team and Edi Karata Mate, and to where your teams are. The big clubs no, and so any omobana, so I karata mate for Kazakhstan for no, so no much done one, or much say Yabo Mudi, or Mukohea, so many Madrid, and ye, or many Madrid, and you, and ye is a crab now, and not a quaba could you or wait to a crab now, or no, this is going to know say ready Namia. No Madrid, dear, and Grofway, Muhadian came, we may be family, Mamma Jenny or YouTube, dear, and the Jamaican one some no, on a black no, what is Equinity away to the honor. Now, in some Madrid, about 12 hours, and I just on the fly from Spain, and soon I call a Karatona Fe, woman so Aquacobo, now Cobna, yes, say a driver, and we 800 and there be a near 87 hours drive, 87 hours drive, you know, and I can't swide, I told her away to Madia so. Now, Bayern Munich is Sumiko come back, Manon, I say, Chelsea team no, and you tell the team to team aqua FIFA Club World Cup, and now more can want some sana, a special team at Muse, BBI come on more opponent no, yeah, will be an ear, and a bit and company no so, when near the BIA Biana, or cut any players Nina so, BBI come on, Bundesliga manager, one Bono Maboni, any Bisasena, Argentina, players will be a no of German Bundesliga, Eco Premier League no saying, Sikantin and Crofonico, and Tianoso come back a cranier. Me pato mad the story now make cannonia. Mad the first or map him, and other one better player be a beam, do be anyone by not toss according come on, Crystal Palace, one player, Adam Watton, and come on, Metias, a toss the same, woman Adam Watton or Mope, now a long term project no more, no, player by comedy near, and after so many Zavi Simons, no, me pato Adam Watton, and no more so Missubeti Miano, Zavi Simons, the end, Maniacato, now I don't know what say, woman more per 2 players biaba I am 27 no ana netanaki and this netanaki munyamba dia say ana mutim ne be kudus Muhammad ababon tenten no benkum so na dom solanka agina nim ho no mabo an 27 no ade na fri nifa ho na fesu fifi no o mabo service mo ja o palenya no mabo papi matasa netanaki ana abantan de ade there's Van de Ven na o mabo kuti Romero na fe o mabo Pedro Poro na fe Vicaro da go post no ade amoma no ya dia woman so away to media so say and no akwabra boy abaso o team and why there why the trophy bia o wiase enti Manchester for now mo so there na mo yobo na ye Champions League na draw na obi any ho nya abaso bode I just say Chelsea team pre enti ya word mo de be kama fe team team wiase a wobo braye pa Chelsea unya team bia enti the Italian team abra what some ye say Manchester for no better na Oma say and no we do na Manchester for bisa say san come draw and I'm so Grimsby sasa na mo from kwabna mo Manchester of this Grimsby and say okay yes think come draw na ke bia Grimsby na jamamo Tottenham Hotspur na yamamu ebia Burnley na anka yamamu Brighton there be Nottingham Forest nkofo no mutimum recently no na anka momo draw no enti mawie bibia ne atire dia mpacho Champions League omo bono ana me de omo ho asem de aba no bring it on de eno so ho eno ye Chelsea against Barcelona. Bring it on.
Okay.
But no.
Na me ba wo. Sa do is mo anam se mo pe.
Na ya kasa ho.
Mateo Andy Fatilo.
FIFA na
motivational speaker no. Me know say Champions League no na ba be. Then later draw ne buy no. Minimum nyina production. Afia say nchechemu na
nchechemu ye no yes
as my friend dance aboka
dey more ka yes
when am so pe Barcelona
na nya Barcelona
how dey do am mo say access place
there be yes no krem no yes Barcelona games ni san ye de Casado mu na ebo
okay
eno nya yinkula ne dia painful game
so mu no mbo Chelsea
what say
mu no mbo Chelsea
na nya ade ntina entity
say do na say players nya available. It means that our players now no
Messi then no munya available.
Oh, na say football.
Enti
say na we question no kra ibisa na. Yes thank
you. Me man di meyi anu ana.
Meba go do no to jobs do. True shade rough. I mean man ma. But the person say so o share amuzu p question of the day no kra na. Yes say. Say na ya ka Chelsea. Ane Barcelona game ne Barcelona na nke be
Chelsea never win.
Sisi. Sen kamo bonne. Ya va se neye.
Yeah, of course.
Kamo se Barcelona.
Ya be se Barcelona.
Ba no amani giyo. Prim se me ya na tiko.
Adai.
Hu draw no.
Na dia bi o kwabena ya draw ya ankasa yes ya.
Very long time. Afa na UEFA ya dia kuma to.
What na how because we team nye.
Mbo.
We team nye
Champions League.
Kwabena we team nye ntunya team we ya papa.
Afi Champions League mbe de.
Mami producer ankasa mpacho. Pone kakra pone 1 minute for man na de tie no.
Andy.
Etaro de tie say on say yakwaje club world cup no ye. O ka club ba ko am supporters be did say. Bona yakoboy ne nam nchenchen na ye hia best teams Barcelona. Barcelona for no e wo gide say wiase nyina bo no mu ne nimbo. Enti ye de draw na yakwani.
Ba cho eno kra na enye no kra.
Enye no kra.
Okay. Based on the
base of bag na boy yatale no.
I fake gold be near bomb.
Fake gold.
Then when your original gold, fake.
Fake.
So we do what they bomb has for
Donald Trump and Canada.
Why?
Donald Trump.
No, that's mine. Draw the more desano.
Oh yeah, you okay. Yeah, okay, pa. Draw there.
Give me pay.
Who be such as a fan be obaka to so pay PG or pay Barcelona.
No problem. No problem. Must say unfinished business with them.
Oh yes.
Because almost we now say.
Almost
no problem. Edru yebeka wasem ti etie for honsam no. Yeah, the UEFA Champions League and never catch them say after the draw no, of course, I know. And ye discussions no do na no at the of course transfers so kakra hani na ye be this sound common no awo aye show no so 104.5 enti ayana wa join here live our YouTube Insha TV that why a part of the show na me some started jumadi ni say makato so sorry bia rush energy drink ni to bi na ennom ebeboa yi pa isan se jinsi na ewomu no ene caffeine be ma ho aden oye adwuma kra omre na vitamins ne so aboa ma nipadua no bibia aye kamanti nom rush energy drink na bibia enkoye enso emfama ho miguso ameka kirawo say there's a company autoto aye teto gramophone plate no it is a utie me na over the 70s and the 80s gramophone aye plate e ho sisi na aye in good shape me patro me be ma number bi sisi na wafrefako na omontoni sika wa anka so ni beje ho enso emfama but omo mpe foreign ones no omo pe either Ghana, Nigeria or Africa plate nko and na omo pe say 60s and the 80s for brana yento emfama and me pacho the emphasis no is on a good shape na odiabana yato enso etimi Adi ama number ni 0544 055 355 eno eye number company no freya no ɔmo ɛne ebedi ɛyɛ nkɔmɔ no kama paa na ɛtie for the ɛtɛne sɛ ɔyɛ a lover of coke ɔyɛ obi a ɔnom coke paa mimi sɛ coke ɛyɛ adeɛ a m'ani gye ho everyday bi am sorry am nom bi esan sɛ manoma masese m'ani agye ho paa so eti wo so a wo pɛ no ɛsɛ wɔn sɛ 300 ml no the taste ni bi de aka ho now sa her packaging na is on point and at the end of the papa ni na echi no 300 ml aye 5 cedis yate bo no so instead of sanka ebo no be kosoro no Coca-Cola Ghana beverages ese Richardo catch obi asa an e the taste ni bi de aka ho de nanso yate so epeso obi a enso etimi etoko kene bi enso enumti misaw aya na oye a lover of coca Shannon Suma said 300 ml no yedi aba aye 5 cities. Medimosis process center na yeko na in process center hono ye share air process. Inti be me bia wutie me no process de ema enya bi aye mema nko a. What the 30 years now check it da me pacha wo ye mistake. Brand yen check ma and the process e kum nipa bebre. Ebi wa the assumption is that yes, you will be crying a bone, dienti, sabi obefrim no nafu ye kesene nase tatai. Kanina ye nim, sena a proceed. Me pacho, odishie bi, ana ebia, omokoyane test yesu nyebia. Monfano kontem na yen solve problem no emfama no. Oba a woma, a hodi a wo a ye bonus ye chane, and tentem kra. O se obu ha, ni si fe, ne so ntimi nkasa obonten, indina ne se okoka sei. Ye obi enanum a no obi edwane me patcho halitosis oba ebe solve ni na enso e dia ma your dentist o mehwe e na afei yen clinic no so ne hwe yare bia enti udi hye bi ho emfa na anope momfa no mfaka na momfa no enko eye santase ahenema kokoben oboase santase stretch no me patcho monsa betimi aka omo momfre 0244 068 447 na mono mo eni eye nkomo se sei entontom ha adwen pa na nsan tiefo mama ni hunu adura nwumre ma kotokwe e de akusimi dem se entontom bi ha me dura nwum ma me na me amu chance fo itata me mitimi na entontom nsu solo a omo so ma me na mkotokwe na atiefo me soko ya me dawa me te twe entontom na afa kwa mo di kom ai edi asem na bai sa kwa no nye entuntum na fa call ne de ko so name omat perfume mosquito ko oboboa kra tuntum wo dimi kra ma ho enya asem kito ebo ho ban 12 hours na ni na echi no se o hwe eye a smoke na efia no ba na kitua bi esama demo entuntum pa de he wo twa mu abeto from so na se bibia enso aye kama pa edi ama ye fa no omat perfume mosquito coil aya na nso no watimi atobi na bibia no aye kama ade ama mesaw se utie dwumadie na opeso utubi ekoton a kumase na wa ko adum sesie family plaza abusani momo ho sesie enka obekọ ashoman ana ayetachima nso no okọ no ma yendepo no ebi ewo ho 0557 484 083 na muno monso no eni eye enkomo no kama pa emfa entoaso na etiefo da bia me kachem se yade ya papa ama me no ansedi na efi yade eni tina no pa bia me ba na makachrew so apom den dia mani hian na etiefo de tie ne munim se 3p garlic mixture no 100% garlic extract so natural air plant juice na ede aye na onoma atiefo nyasem kutu yade ne te se dien se stroke asthma untime nyonso ya na we keso peso so etikama oba bosumi so bia ona amamfo se bosumi aso sanse obetwa ho sa pains on menstrual cramps in the 3p garlic mixture and I make come for Eddie amount and nano pe kumase obeko Danny Heba Missy Colinak happy dank na onso wetimi anoma drebi na ho etimi ato 0248 928824 now ajo de tap send eye app no de abrochefo ena ayusunti country bia wo bia wo de download bi awo phone so na sika bia wo di free abrochire aba aye Ghana bia no na onso no wetimi ayusu tap send me pato promo code no bo inhyira fm fashim na onso yento kaprekra enso awo ha ehon ensem no but Dr. Foko say Richardo kachira santeman say me de enanum e de ato ho me nso Mayor Health Program at the Amaubia no Emfano from first September at the copy on the 5th. And na yisa day at the atua yes jumedi na the first 20 people monsum beba na maba register mo hono enye Dr. Fuku benya butra hwemo ama mo tomo kama sika kete wese na odeba na yaje na ya show kama pa anti no me pacho aya no ahye ne so dia mame na onso register hontem na obeka at the first 20 people yetimi ahwe enye no nko a me pacho ya hweyade bebre sciatica usisi na yawo kokoi how me patch of fibroid, hernia, sansana diabetes, hypertension, stroke, hepatitis B, and the name ya the Indiano, or call a year Dr. Fukuho, na Bibia etimi akonkain. And so at the amount this be and no man sanwa to muntinta. Mopesu Jan Kwadia, Monfano Dr. Fukuho, na no and so ebetimi atono kama pa. Me patch number no. I'll bet me any Dr. Fukwedin company at 0550023419. Nancy Bibia I kama. A demo say dear a year. So and can member noa. Muye, you know, muye guess, you know. Bema be I guess there. I saw them yefe. Was a mano. O read them one demo of on not just no better than cry. Bones of Honana, Quay, send a demo of any. Mammy and I'm an international. And no qua where we had money bear 70%. Our Diakane, they also the back on walk or go and drink where we know. So, into Alaska Star Enterprise say, Richard will catch the Bema Bia, a man, the bet me a party on Mukaka. Now, Bema dear, mia mini perfisi Manfred. Ura kwande atumis akwano wa ye dem ho kama so wo pepei ehihyeya blanket sin nanamu eco panel yi newest airport of dia bedwa so fefefefesiesie dem modern TV stars obeshit no mema bi he yese mema no moda beshit so amunti ya de na myesa wo de to ni bebiri so wo untimi nsia wo de seso ade achinya yi fa wo fro seso empa no so ye fa na gro no aye de na se bibia atimi akoye bibia di se dem de Alaska Star Enterprise and I may come for and so atimi ediama Kumase ye wodum opposite Prudential aye plaza Mrs. Anoche adanimwa on sabetimi akan and can form on circle Tito Lane na bibia enye kama and so emfa emamuzal 256 330075 na munomo eni eye enkomono kama pa anopei omo ene afufuro pika ho na omo aso yasene that Friday edition of Insta Digital Passwords ati4 yetra enkonyoma yede enso ebremo ene enkomono dodo na no abe centered around the UEFA Champions League draw and a baso no na fi transfers and also teams libi ya tese Zabi Simons Chelsea fu be draw mo se ho motivational speaker because Chelsea ye akwane bebo Chelsea anope ya Tottenham eno no awie enti sa transfers sa stories ni na no ahonsem awo ha ye bi di san komo no etimi edi amamtu join live our YouTube Insha TV subscribe for message ka ho na Fifi Manfred edi ye ko ni na na the message no ererem edi emamo Fifi Manfred Samu good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say
Nhyira now sir.
Oh Nhyira set me yare nko
anything
etuko a kokra koda minya yo mi muana mi yo ni na anu ana ye dro ni wi ani na akọ
the radius is
dro na na me pe na na nya no
the radius
I'm very okay
na ebi mu se omo no mo pesa dro na
o se why mo na omo so omo
like is there anybody that said say omo pesa dro na
ebi mu ye se omo pe draw we but draw na ba reality no sankofo na no mo fefe dem say na a dream nti reality ni sha say doni on them no omo popo dia
but omo met na no mo ka che o say
omo puse ya
omo be cha no mo kan che o omo si enu ano mo pe minim nti sometimes you want to jump the gun. I don't think there's a single
Chelsea as I started then intermo
I say who now started me be na me say o say only productions me no one production
Oma ekoni say I program no.
Anye program.
Antim srawo. E do starting in term dem patch.
Me man kan cho da.
Fa kwahye to.
Di minim nipa akoka say oh yes obi so Pedro no. Pras. O sa so me metime baby no. O say
Andy Akambi.
Bandi betina o si on
Fatilu Akambi.
Andy betina.
Garbage. Now they production on Moka.
Na make us
I heard them discussing
but
it.
at least Andy ne Gabi me no nyina no. Me tie omo just a couple of minutes ago. They were emphatic.
Say.
And production na bia how dey kebi untimi kan ha no. E won from em no waka. And also no bebo. And I don't even know where the issue is coming from because Chelsea players na nkasa no. Before see about koye draw no. They said it in fact. Robert Sanchez ekaye say ono ope PSG because then there will be no excuses. Say monsieur no nya de na ball na PSG for say na ewiabo. Okay. We mo na nyumre and I remember na nyumre. Iti yemo. Me put na me see me sam pen wo camp now. Eno mutia ye ne de over Stamford Bridge. So the game is going to go on 10 days. Don't worry, cry. Nyame aduma your team coming kwa there. Don't be perturbed. Game me ebo.
Popular you say na ho abani.
Don't worry, game me ebo.
Robert Sanchez.
Eduru wa.
Eso no so PSG.
Na oni na man she no. Oni ni bo she no. Any I was ready as a Grimsby we na wo fa wo dia sire bi. But oni ni bo she no.
I'm very much okay this morning.
I say ni there.
Drawy.
Say ya. Uzi, yes ya ni apel. You see when did you say ya?
NT Chelsea players no.
There be to was.
Mate.
You say when did you say ya? Eye den confidence be basoro. Eye den because basa dey with me show mo. You be pia wa ko to edge na no. Ubo se be duru no. Na ya catch mo say Lamine Yamal no. On face the Makukrea test ntimunya to wase. On face Kukrea test ni we are. You can make all the noise you want to make. Relax. Emu wani bebre enkakaka. You understand?
Lamine Yamal aso hantum bizare.
Lamine Yamal. Onu ko pamele di kan hanti omu na afidi. Omu
Chelsea ni bia na first Lamine Yamal.
Barca for tiom bia first thing ko pama.
Minti se Barcelona
because baby out no.
Me Barca ni. Me Barca ni. Minti se supporters ni bi kan ko pama.
Onya Barca ni.
Me Barcelona.
Unya Barca for crampe. Omde ai unya Messi ya be prediction enfa. Nto omompe. Trauma United. O legend coaches me ni asa pamo ma no pe na ze enche bi beduru amorim so. Ti really montina mu di na monwem ho. Which enra. It happened in Monaco. Now I don't know if you agree. UEFA for no any especially clubs no.
I think so.
Who say before say Champions League new formats ne beba no. No am so mo pe big games be brave. Now, I want you to say big games be bring more muska. Big games be bring will increase, of course, TV deals for them to get more money, and a bit more sell also the stars. Gate proceeds ever cost, and then the competitiveness of the Champions League never cost. They have it.
Yeah, your games show.
Yeah, because rich. If you scan through, even before we go to the specific teams, no, meaning say one reporter in recent times had said a person about Paris Saint-Germain. And you are focusing too much on Chelsea. Barca's president has said it. And also he wants to play Paris Saint-Germain. And then after the draw, Nasser Al-Khalifi was asked. He was Barca a great team. If one reporter wants to play them, he does too. And Barca won last season. They felt saying, "Come Champions League final now." And near Paris Saint-Germain for the year internal in committee final. So we are going to see that. Which there is one game that even a lot of people are not talking about. Which Barca will go away to St. James Park and Newcastle. And you may or the northeast of England.
Yeah, match.
Okay. Maybe a match, Papa. The atmosphere and everything around the game. It is going to be interesting, especially for your neutrals. Meaning say Anya Shekrano. Barca be say Newcastle will make it easy for them. And you know, I want to see how Barca will match up to Newcastle's physicality at St. James Park. And many passes are game no Anya Barca home. Make go St. James Park. Rich, Kevin De Bruyne will go to Napoli. and come and play against Manchester City.
Crowd intimidate Barcelona. Yeah, Barca for no. Crowd intimidate.
No problem.
Yeah, called Dalu. So the realm so
Dalu club
very vociferous.
And
the try against Lavin, yes,
Dalu
no intimidate Barca for.
Dalu for
yeah, Barcelona for crowd David.
Dalu for the Yombo match, you could break me 2 hours and buy a Kujare by some show. Some Dalu for Omun team. And your team is a Barca one. Bruno Light. Bruno Light, what time English Premier League, you have Bonnetis are wolves. You know, Bobo, USA. You could jarry by almost in Super 20 and question them, you jarry by that, sorry, 2-3 hours. And by Sabbath, and you can't share the mogos. Don't be Benfica. Benfica is not much. Rich, like Gabby was telling you, UEFA for say they don't think that any club will be able to do what Chelsea have done. And so we made me a kind of big thing. It was Chelsea's COO, Chief Operating Officer, Jason Gannon, on the Kwaji Award in favor of Chelsea Football Club as the only club away winning your menu. I think, say, Madrid maybe will not dream of winning the Conference League. Madrid will not dream of winning the Europa League. But once you are there, Chelsea have made sure they do what is right, and then they've won all of those competitions. Then now, Rich, a course come up. We'll go through all the games for you, starting with defending champions in the group phase. Gabi has explained what the stages is going to look like. Michelle, it was pot on 9 teams and an A-room. And in each pot, what will happen is that each team enya 2 teams from each pot. It will for 1 team, will 2 from all the pots. Now, be 8 matches. 8 matches, over 4 away, 4 home. No abonesa. Now, you boy ya. And yet in a league phase, all those in unim teams are no messiano, and yet all play and also when you're in a league phase, it is our teams are no messiano. Number of points are Benyano. Baby, I over to a table no so order between 1st to 8 automatic qualification to the round of 16. Then between the 9th position to the 24th position, then at that point, under the what we call the playoffs. 8 never qualify out to the 16 will come and play more than for a place in the quarter-final. Then the last 8 will play for a semi-final and then a final. So there wouldn't be any draws again, except say you better draw for home and away, and then their country be the same city, and their London clubs, the Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea. When they are qualified, and they will know when the dates they will play those games to regulate traffic. And it's very, very interesting for UEFA for which now. It started with Paris Saint-Germain. That's where I want to start from. The personal graphic way from Bleacher. Bleacher for a representation of Obiaka. And I'm the best driver, edging him. And I'm sure teams now number 1 as the races that you go on. So it started with Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, with Ousmane Dembele. Which Paris Saint-Germain FC by Munich. Oh, the Parc des Princes. Big game.
Interesting.
No, we guys one more material to be interesting. Okay. Big game, interesting game. To the extent here, Musa match out the Club World Cup semi-final. And Obi Oshe match Libya Hotel was an interesting game. It took something like so for Paris Saint-Germain to qualify for the Club World Cup final. Ombako Akokobo Atalanta Eofie. Tottenham Hotspur a repeat of the Super Cup final. There's going to be Newcastle at home. Now, I think 2 seasons ago, Paris Saint-Germain echo away to the St. James's Park to go and play in the Champions League game at home at the St. James Park. Now, this one, Newcastle for an echo away. Then, of course, Barca for President Juan Laporta will get his wish in Barcelona. Bayern for Leverkusen, Sporting CP, any athletic club. I think this is a fairly easy one as compared to last season. Teams at Paris Saint-Germain in Nhyira. Another finalist, and now the 2 finalists of the season. Inter Milan is back in it again with their new manager Christian Kivu. Honorable Liverpool, Eofie, Arsenal, Eofie, Slavia Praha, Eofie, Kirat Almaty, Eofie, Borussia Dortmund away from home, Atletico de Madrid away from home, Ajax Amsterdam away from home, and the Union XG away from home. Fairly good draw also from Inter over there. Then the first semi-finalist of last season English Premier League omo driver Lamine Yamal and Ejina Fifi one and we team some bona rich omo home game no first one Paris Saint-Germain.
What a match. Yeah. Was that last season he didn't come we say we PSG born omo bona. Yeah, we so omo Barcelona in here. And
you been in the league phase.
Yeah.
And what make us say European teams they've gotten what they want. We don't have to wait till semi-final, quarter-final, when you're Paris Saint-Germain, Barca. You're starting next season. And this is going to be Barcelona are still not clear with where they'll play. Now, Rafa used in an interview said they will make it clear when they know when they will play their home games. I hope says at the Stadio de Camp.
Try to baby come in them. Yeah, the Abu game. Yeah.
On your Barca.
Yeah, in Barcelona.
On your Barca.
Yeah, Barca.
Yeah, on your Barca.
It's your own dimension.
Yeah, on your Barca. That's out. On your Barca.
And no, yeah, my Babasa. And no, yeah.
And then you mean another part.
And no, yeah, drone we are me Barca.
You draw
I'm here Barca. And he gave me a bonnet company.
More faster.
You be come.
No matter what come from. Muya Mabo Frankfurt Eufy.
Kucho.
Olympiacos Eufy.
And the team seen a bubble.
Copenhagen.
Team D.
What's up for? Mr. Mumpa Papa Chona. Now Nyama Chidina. Baba. Okay. Chelsea away.
The real deal.
Away from home. Stamford Bridge. And Rebbe 7:30.
Someone's more pay. We are no more pay. Okay. Yeah, the mama.
No, Rich, but you see,
bring it on.
Yeah, I think it's a good game.
Yeah.
Club Brugge away from home. Batch where Banana Skin Ma Barcelona. Bedru Amekanwasem away from home. Slavia Praha away. Newcastle away. Top game. When himself will say any game, but match we a very interesting for neutrals. Yeah, any Barca phone will watch it and they will enjoy it. More games and on Arsenal. I think Arsenal has probably one of the best draws among the top teams now. Obebo, Bayern Munich, Atletico, Olympiacos, Kairat Almaty, Inter, Club Brugge, Slavia Praha, and Athletic Club. I think this is a fairly good draw from Mikel Arteta. 2023-24, Arsenal go quarter final. 24-25, semi-final. Is this the year they go to the final?
Arsenal, who do you common now? Arsenal teams normally are consistent. Where it matters most, no more bottle.
Yeah.
And Arsenal team no match. This is the time I say Arteta to me the ABB.
Yeah.
Sanji Premier League, you should win the Champions League.
Because they beef up the squad nicely.
Oshishe team, very nice team.
And this is, I think, it's a group stage now.
And it's okay.
Yeah, they will be able
games
to.
Games near manageable.
Yeah.
Bayern, they can manage. Atletico Madrid team, Olympiacos, I can't follow crowd them there. Inter, they are stubborn because they say Champions League.
Yeah.
Club Brugge, Banana Skin.
Yeah.
Praha, Athletic Club, and
even Inter Club, for me, with the absence of Simeone Inzaghi, I think Arsenal was a slight advantage going away into the Giuseppe Meazza. The games I think the Arsenal should be able to win. Then, of course, Real Madrid, one of the best names in the Champions League, or the best name in the Champions League. You know, a game I have several times in the Champions League. Man City versus Real Madrid. Richard. Yeah, but this time, Xabi Alonso. And Madrid both at the Santiago Bernabeu.
And I've been a pebble on the team.
But so Xabi Alonso. Obey me, man.
Oh, I said so. Real Madrid, a do Champions League. I mean, different animal.
Okay.
Real Madrid and Champions League. I mean, different animal.
Then on the next game, Juventus. He go to the Juventus team, you know. Then they play against Marseille. I'm very excited to see Marseille team, you know, in the Champions League because Roberto Di Zerbi, I will tell Obiemu Bobo, and the team is slightly exciting. Our French league and in Monaco will also come in again. Then of course Madrid will go away to Anfield to play Liverpool. Umberba against Benfica also away from home. They play against Olympiacos away from home, and of course Kairat Almaty away from home. And Nagabi Chelsea Almaty Kwano Ewa. Nobody had to do that. Then of course Liverpool last season quarter finalist Umberba against Madrid at Anfield. Atletico de Madrid at home. PSV at home, Qarabag at home. Now, PSV at home means that what's the Arne Slot former team gets back to him and he gets to play with them. And this time it is coached by Ruben Van Persie. Inter Milan away for Liverpool, Eintracht Frankfurt away, Marseille away, and Galatasaray. Galatasaray Liverpool should be an exciting game. Osimhen versus Mohamed Salah. Yeah, we've spoken about Man City, Obebo, Borussia Dortmund, Obebo against Leverkusen, Napoli, Galatasaray, Real Madrid, Villarreal, Bodo Glimt, and Monaco. Wow. This looks like a cool chop.
City,
yeah, Emudaho. Borussia Dortmund, Leverkusen, Napoli, Galatasaray. Ni nyina yefie.
Two German teams.
Ni nyina yefie.
Okay.
Ni nyina
Napoli,
yefie.
Italy, Galatasaray.
Efie obetime nya some good 9 points wa ase.
Yeah.
Then Oko away at Madrid, Villarreal, Bodo Glimt, Monaco. Bodo Glimt, any Monaco, you can manage those ones. Madrid may be difficult, but then this is a very, very good draw for team, my friend, in Manchester City. Of course, Italian champions, Napoli, Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte, because he doesn't perform well in the Champions League. It's a big opportunity for him to rewrite the story of Napoli for winning the Champions League. And at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, Rich, on the Chelsea Football Club to play against them. Eintracht Frankfurt, Sporting CP, Karabakh, Man City, Benfica, PSG, and Copenhagen. What this means is that Abranti Enzo Maresca will go back to Naples about 2 or 3 times in this season. We'll go back to Italy about 2 or 3 times. Rich, Chelsea's main man was Cole Palmer, and this is it. Wherever Chelsea have gotten to as a club, I think, say, if truly Chelsea need now believe you say you are good, and that is where I think Chelsea for now coming from. Say, fine, Conference League, top 4, Club World Cup, but if truly you say that you are a good team, you should be able to compete
and beat the best.
Yes, I mean the word is competition, and then beat them. Make really much but when you play in such competition, you prove your worth, so you're a very, very good team. And I think that for me, Chelsea drawing here very difficult, very, very difficult, but also a big opportunity for Enzo Maresca to let everybody know. And that doesn't mean you'll be bon private conversation. And then anybody says, now they be out by Enzo Maresca. And they see Enzo Maresca on a household name, and okay, Maresca is not a household name, but there's an opportunity for Maresca to be a household name. If he proves himself in these games, he becomes a household name. He becomes undisputed in the coaching conversation. Okay. And it starts with Barcelona at home. Big game against Barcelona. Interesting match that they have to go in and go and play. Benfica, that Chelsea has to play. Chelsea and Benfica for a boy, Club World Cup. It was a good one. Ajax Amsterdam, Jao had to inviting and call for Pafos, also newcomers, competition. Bayern Munich away, Atalanta, Napoli. These 2 games very, very interesting. Atalanta, I don't trust Ivan Jurisic, Atalanta, Gasperini, and Conor yes. Antonio Conte versus Chelsea, it's a game that I really, really want to watch, especially with 2 Italian managers in the dugout away from home. So Chelsea should be able to hold their own. It was that match, and like I said, Chelsea players didn't say, no power, no more. So, but voice,
but before you have voice, and then I'm going to pick question of the day, Chelsea and Barcelona. Senka yebo game in the year. Why now did they send go to me every game no? For once on the brass say na memfa embo voice.
Where do you want to play away in the Champions League? The draws tonight.
Come in the Bernabeu, man.
Yeah.
We can get that going early.
PSG in Madrid. Barcelona.
Madrid.
No, Barcelona.
Actually, I was sure about the Bernabeu. Get me out on PSG, man, so we can get them out and have no excuse this time as well.
Barcelona. Where do I want to play away?
Yeah.
Top 1, maybe Bernabeu.
San Siro. Yeah.
The Bernabeu.
Kofi?
Yeah. The Chelsea boys, no, I'm baby. I'm best on bomb against Rich. Just a few ones on the transfer market, particularly, me are very disappointed in this deal. On a lot of levels. I think say only player in your personal agreement and how the development of Xavi Simons is doing now could do now. I want to hear exactly what has gone on behind the scenes.
That's a boy to say. Say Otieti in Komona Charles on your starter.
On Casa, Mr. On Casa. Ni pana train Chelsea 6 weeks. In the end of who's on your starter.
Reasons need be a man up to so be call Torium.
No, that's not a reason. The only reason is that Chelsea have not showed up to today. Chelsea in for formal of a crown my lives again.
And then
okay, Martin. Who we announce why you're there? Why? So you can be me. So I mean media who we are.
So are you saying is Kasem?
No, what I'm saying is that Chelsea have not sent an offer. It doesn't there be any iska. Obi for offer and just uniska. on far off and coy and yes castle
you come on the ground
there be a one I say didn't come on ko baby you be
me to me phone also be to phone and I'm to watch us oba odiska be banam the phone amount so one first can am is can am
there be yes sir master madwin I don't just minister now we what analogy better was all the three ko one part of
masa is kind of money and boy in the cup
and yes guys and I play there omo ya to mu is guys we da be na e biska. It's not a problem, especially when on the day at Chelsea, Ama in Kunkuko, Ajiska. Then definitely it's not a problem. Me, anytime I say many Chelsea for no, I don't understand why. Because you don't let a player wait for you for 6 weeks. No one when the player not China, he comes to London, and you don't even send a proper any offer to the boy, the young man, up till now. To the extent say this morning, why yet the Tottenham Hotspur medicals in waiting for them. Still, Chelsea have not sent an offer. It doesn't look like they'll finalize it. You see, I told you about Femi Lopez. I brought Chelsea for. They be making same way the transfer market. These people, they are very bad. Only a cunning people. Once Chelsea began to have conversations around Femi Lopez, I knew that there was something brewing. I don't agree with them. I think that Xavi Simons would have been very important. Letting him go, unless something happens afterwards, very good for it. But that is it. Nick Votamadi now, a Newcastle 4 player. Nidinos on spelling Dovi, but was a Germany from WV. So it's a voter madi. I don't know. Yami had much now. We'll see if that opens up the way for our branch friend Alexander Ishak to Liverpool and I say and yes and it's rich. Mami friends here na me Friday coats no and farmer at T4 and then yeah coffee kesim with your Friday coats into me show. So I join here. These are the codes I made them out, or Facebook or YouTuber. Then definitely these are the codes for you. You can take a screenshot and then make sure say you go and then put them in your Betway app. No, then BBI come out. But who need us with your radio so there? Any member bomb. First one a BW D B B E F 27. The next one is BW DBC 277E. The next one is BW DBC 5987. And the last one a BW DBC 85F5. Rich. These are the codes. Your bumpire say and the greens ever tell you a course so Adiama. Rich me dance.
Mate, coffee. Men so me dance fantastic ball arena. I say Richardo and fabricated stories. I mean fabricated story bia. And my source is garbage ram. Or come be no catch him to a boy. Me can't be needed. Also one of the reasons I'm a brand and I'm say mo on your starter with Chelsea. This one your starter, you go baby your best starter. Mbekaya motivational speakers boy. Okay, you to us way. In 704.5 FM, say Obia or follow this platform. My catch said you may dear Kasibi pa ebaso our CCC auditorium ho. Na and that ye bedi komo bebre. Na yasan ato adwumadi so etimi edi amamo eno eye nyame ya adoma play na ebaso no ayatuni din love on the ropes yebeka wansem ewo eye dwumadi so me wo Mr. Richmond ono ye counselor edema eye CCC sorry no Mr. Richmond atenase Mr. Richmond good morning sir patron I want to say
nyame adom ye patron so
oh nyame adom me ho ye pa now say ye ka say CCC manda dear bandia
okay CCC family month bosumi bia afibia ye ato ho
okay
say ye beboa abusua ye beboa aware ye beboa relationships ne mabawa na na say mabunu a omo esiso enti ye yisa dane sa afinisi o da bia ye August ye yisi o man chire a beboa aware beboa abusua enti say CCC family month a sanete na afi no ye den sakra kakra ebemu kwasi ada bia na ewo nhyehyɛ ɛwɔ hɔ yɛwɔ atare a yɛhyɛ until last Sunday say obia ɛhyɛ family jersey families bi ɔmo decide sɛ ɔmo bɛtwerɛ ɔmo din agu jersey so ebi nso a ɔmo hyɛ da ɛtɔ ɔmo team ɔmo support last 2-3 weeks nso say make I say yɛhyɛ old school na ohwɛ dressing na ultimate say old school clothing na very very nice pa until CCC family month August month a ye so adabia a share abusua kena
nti enuntina mo pese because all about family ntino ye play bia we a family a eno so betimi aboa wo na asabusua no mo so betimi anya bibia afim na mo sua at the end of the day eno na de love on the ropes in the banana
and I feel so botaya ye yisi wa na ye nkyerɛkyerɛ fa ho building a healthy Christian family or building a healthy family as a Christian. Not just say a choir befa so a yebetimi ashe abusua ne kena amananya apomodin papa e onyame mu.
Afa yeni play na nkasa ho komo minim se nyame adoma 31st.
Yes sir.
Yebeba auditorium on ya ba be hwa nkasa. But te ho kakra bi kyerɛn.
Okay.
Play na about the love on the rope.
Love on the rope. Ya ka rope there was a ba ya dream say bia enya say ko hata mama. Ba ya the ba boxing ring.
Okay.
O hwe boxers mo e box ya utimi say ba ko hye ahoma no ho a na kyese ne ho kyere ne ba. An ho aka no. Ebi nso ana ne ho aka ne kese a o dwodwo ne ho ahoma ne so. Until love on the rope play bia Uncle Bo White with Roverman's production Ediaba na character no Don na oye ex boxer and ordinary politician ordinary politician no be celebrating the 18th wedding anniversary and decided so obefa abefo so which we call Instagram a live celebration na live celebration also obey tell it all na chese bibia fa na warrior mu up and downs or tell it all live streaming na afi de dru baby na say don yaka just no maybe share
pass na as all board auditorium na onso obeju tickets na utimi kwatena na ohwe bi kama pa but before me cut to me next question no obu abi a wo take me obeso obehwe bi but our person ticket ne ho nsem mahin no ko obenya bi number bi ofra obenya bi so na afi me cut to me next question no
ticket ne 150 Ghana cedis na nyamencha de ya tesupa 50% discount because the same play omoye wa kra no na 300 cedis per person and the ticket no obenya bi e wo CCC obenya bi opoku trading Kumasi obenya bi wo Continental supermarket
ideas
and another offer phone number with 0244 85 81 18 Ubenya ticket ni
patron sense number ni should be
0244 85 81 18 you better direct to amonya ticket.
Okay enti wa person wo kwhwe dwumade ni bi eno no eba so 31st August edanu ye Sunday na dwumade no enso eba so
6 p.m.
na said ye ready kan achim no anwumre no nsia sharp na ede ahyehye so awo aye CCC aye auditorium ho na ede dwumade no enso ahyehye so ti wa wo ticket no said they achieved 100 cities, right? 150, sorry.
We a CCC member, 100 cities.
Oh, okay. And me ba CCC, sorry.
We Richard do say,
me say me ba hono. Me make 100. But one more CCC ni there. We make 150.
At the current leadership of church in the
sorry man,
and my sister na menya nkra say ticket no kra ye DB
Abba has FM. That's fine. Enti mo amoso mo pet ticket no oba Nhyira Lab FM yem front desk ya see ticket ni bi awo ho said ye di kan chemu no sa wo ma sorry wo CCC dia betua 150 but sorry ba dia obetua 100 apart from a hano okopoku trading adum ticket ni bi wo see Kingdom Bishop Ken West Continental supermarket ayeduase and a CCC asoro na so we jaw no honso okwa ayadia on sabitimi akabi but play no so him be na ebenya film
so lessons lessons ba ko ye odo.
Okay.
Love will be tested. Odono ya de beshe oven mu abake no. Ahwe say materials aye odono ebetimi agina mpempe so bia na abotren so ye besua. Etoda ufi so wa abotre just wadru situation bia ansa no say yes abotren no ya test it. Ye besua tolerance so ubenya understanding say the obi suban tie no obeji atum na onso wa hye wo ho kena obetimi ni nipa na atena.
Okay, so and no your lessons are nyame adom na onso be help player onsa enso ebetimi aka na bibia aye kama adiamante dwumade no nyame adom akose da yayi na eba so awo aye CCC ko na anka ebo ene ni team no. I'm telling you, but the one kasa after play no obesha said the adance say nyamenim one kasa will have a fun you have a sense no essence so esua de e from said de na your papa HHM no be wie no na onya eye niam biblia onso ode eko eye efie nti ahonsam no and minimum of final words I say
answer na me final words beba no we dey adesre na me dey too many say nyame adoma as part of family month no so your last activity be your friend and love escape and on next month 19th September to 22nd ebeba so o ye couple ye kosuga kope ye free also I be say ralume ni nyina ye nhehye asori na ya to a ye de hye obia awarefo ne relationship bia connect so o person o take advantage now be join here o free phone number na e to join
and no ye da be no
and no ye 19th to 22nd September. But registration be end day after next week Sunday. Until you're interested ubetimi afre 0244 85 81 18. The last word there share Kumasi for ye theater for because Kumasi na theater a free call in crime and an for assume may show be on crying. And I may appeal to the answer. Bomode nyame aduma kwesi day. One oye no ma. Mumbra CCC Aija behind Tech Police Station. 6 p.m. Pepepe. Uncle Bo White. CCC Family Life Ministry. Yeah, the love on the rope. Eba. Na serious umpa. Serious umpa.
Okay. Ti ya tu answer the flow bia. O de on kwa sori o CCC kra. Obetimi aba. Said they actually 150 now they are top ticket na motimi and so but minimum say bia me yere na eba
okay oye na eba say muye nipa for discount on one.
Okay,
yeah, muye nipa for discount
on one. That's about kono dey.
Okay, and also
that's fine
and meda Nhyira FM management Richard Wankasa Masi Nyamishamo
edamase Mr. Richmond councillor the CCC and anything common chairman edase okay nyame adoma Sunday besia ni na behwe play ni bi okay ti awon sam no eno no yento adwumade no so nsha 104.5 but mesamo ka bia yira akronfo no makeka mo awia ka enti adofo amutie show emumwan na yenhu eye car no car na ayira no eye Honda CRV say car boarding pa and Honda CRV also papa bi eta so grab 700 dey ko ni 800 na car boarding ti adofo amutie dwumade emumwan na Honda CRV ayira eye ash color the number no eye GX 155-16 there's a register 16 me sense number ni should be GX 155-16 na car no ewo atremade ni wura park car ne kama okoda da sorry no na hu se akronfo enso ababetu eye car no in fact car wura ye de obetimi bia se nkobun car no ba besi na ye kasa yi car no yintimi enhu anuti se wutie mi na wo hu eye Honda CRV bia ne color na eye ash na eye register GX 155-16 na me patcho car no ni pakro no wawia Aspire for mutie mi na mato one nko for no obia the Honda CRV bar number near GS 15516 momi enche no ebi so anu 2 aye number plate no mo de ohena nipa na se o act in a way bia as a enche da enye normal mo nyentempa na moma aye police for nso no aso enti na intimi enti eni pakro no me patro bia na information about this car Fred number 0244 748 0244 748 384 0244 748 384 ofra na yene adi enkomo obua ema ensa ekaka winso a chede kese pa ewo ha yede ebema ama onso no yede ada wase nti nyame chamo se mobua na yahunu aye ka na de ka bo enso edin eyipa nti ahonsam no enno no na yemra emeto adwumadi ne so enso emfa emamo enne aye anopei we need them some maybe nti no yemrafi na yemfa fisam no emfa ento aso emfa emamo na yesa ase dia ye nanim sa nura ana Kumasi Asante Kotoko national supporters election no enso ebaso na elections no in fact enipa na aye eligible meka eligible a kire se oma no mo akonya so mutimi eto aba no na aye 9604 eligible voters omuna na awa akonya so mutimi ekoto aba ne bi na yeto aba ne wie ye no na enipa 3782 ena etimi ato aba no na zo hwema nipa half kra antimi anto aba no bibiri na antimi anto minim koto supporters ye chairman ediama eye team no ana man to aba no mo problem ni saying what they call in percentage voter turnout no aye 39% enuru 14 bo na say our form pa na 3782 akoto aba ni wie ye no emu 727 eto edema aye obenseche former regional chairman edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko onunya 727 ana chairman Solomon Ofusuwari onunso ama say aye 3055 vote no what they call in percentage 81% ana chairman Solo and so etimi edi enya abano and so nti yakika ni na abom na as chairman Solo na sisi ade as the new NCC chairman ono so babo adwuma edi ama aye Kumasi Asante Kotoko na omoto aban wie ya announces ono na ewi na no yentie na sem odi tu da na afi yentua adwumadi ne so emfa emaw chairman Ofusuwari ne nsem no see and odi tu
no yeda onyankopasi na efriwa yada Asante mewura asi kotoko no ayo ono ane dia kotoko yi yewurade a na osene nananom odi amaye se yene ni nyina nkamom na yenye sabu ya to aba mame se membeda achitafo nyina no enye posudie ayo som nti sabu ya to aba wi yo to aba na mame do anto aba mame ye na o support me ye na on support me ye besere kotoko na edi nkudim enye chairman Solo na edi nkudim kotoko ena edi nkudim okko a edayenim no eso me bonto na maniso ade hu ni se enipa em stadium dwumakase a ewose ye ekwan a ye befa so a kotoko na bede ne ho na pressure de commercial no so ate ekwan a ye befa so a ye betimi age Africa Cup ede amayura ene me botaye se ebetimi abamu a eja chairman Solo asem busuani nyina yasem.
Okay, enti chairman Solo after say empenifo bobo abano ye no as the NCC chairman no na ode sankomo yi ede etudwa na IMC chairman na napenka no nso ewo dwumadi no ase ono nso nkomo de tudwa ni
me di say and abatwe ya transfer almost in few years ni no and nyame adom yɛtumi awie na yɛtumi elect chairman the supporters front na ɛyɛ kɔtɔkɔ na adi nkunim asante kɔtɔkɔ ɛna adi nkunim ɛnyɛ Solomon Ofosuware na adi nkunim yɛdeɛ obiara endi nkukuo yɛgye obiara tum na deɛ mede bɛsrɛ Solo ne sɛ sɛsi a yɛyi ne so obedi anim no onni kan ɛnka afa ne nyinaa mmom abusua biara akonnwa tɔ ne ɛpere a nkyekyɛmu wɔ mu yɛwie a akɔ emu mmienu pɛ yi wonka mo ho mmom ne yɛnhwɛ sɛnea ɛbɛsi ɛde apagya kɔtɔkɔbɔ ɔbɔkuo no ɛno na ɛwɔ sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛda w'ani so.
Okay, enti Nana Apinka ɔno nso ne nsɛm a ɔde atu adwa ɛno na ɔyɛ da appeal ɛde ɛma the winner ɛna afei kɔtɔkɔ supporters na sɛ ɛsɛ aba ne ato awie. Now the focus should be on the team. Africa ɔmo ɛkɔ ɛne league a kɔtɔkɔ ɛba abɛwura mu no ɛwɔ na sɛ attention nyinaa ɛnkɔ elections deɛ ɛnya ɛwie a yɛwie nti obiara ɛmfa differences ɛnto baabi na afei ɔmo nhwɛ kɔtɔkɔ ɛnka nkɔ no ɛnso ɛfɛ. But Kofi, before yɛbɛkɔ the merit of biribiara mu no, voter turnout no 39%, because eligible voters nanka yɛ 9,604, but yɛwie no name 3,782 ɛna kɔtɔ aba no. Does that mean sɛ minim sɛ deɛ memedwene saa ne teɛ deɛ a na ɔmo nyɛ interested anaa sɛ na sɛ supporters ɔmo nyɛ interested in the elections?
But how are the elections done? For you to make a cogent analysis of that situation, you're supposed to know how the election was done.
Fabu census.
You're not just only interested. Because the open say, oh, yeah, who need to conform to Abana. Now, election is anything. How many of them were even at a place that they could assess and then make sure some be voting? So I don't think that is the case. I don't think that just because fans are not interested. Again, I think that Ebeboa club, no, to rope more people onto the Fabu census, no. And because Obio to Abani Bibiano is somebody that is on the Fabu census, who turn the Fabu census. So that is the way to go for Kumasi and Kotoko. But I don't think it's because Kotoko fans are uninterested. You see, the only thing is that
beyond grounds on Yakotua Bananke and con electronic.
Yeah, I think it makes mine more this time.
Obi to a card so better.
Yeah.
But because of one or two being and intimate mama. But the electronica or tin baby are no fan phone, I be a short code be near there. Well, voting and going to the I think moving forward no more. I'm
making a lot of adjustments onto how our voting process no course. But then again, at the end of the day, I think say for me, Rich, how Kotoko will rope in the youth, no? Meaning the demographics well. Those that did the work on the Fabu census, maybe one day bit may bring them in. Then we know what the demographics are. Age demographics, population demographics. And you find that uncle for near the age brackets of these people between 19 to 30, almost saying. Between 30 to 50, almost saying. So you know the real people because Kotoko target market today. Any the person are on the European game or no what you are saying Kotoko are competing with people who watch the European game to find a way to at least get them also to watch certain Kotoko matches. So how Kotoko gets that age demographic, usually between the age of 19 and about 35 years now. And that's the most vibrant, that's the working population also. Saying Kotoko betimi add this money now. Maybe that can also show up the numbers and then get Kotoko to have more people being interested in the politics of Kotoko as stands now. I think it's a step in the right direction. The fact that they use Fabu Centos is an excellent move for me, in my opinion. And the fact that everything Ibiana is saying is about progression. And it's progressive. Definitely, I think that it can get better with time.
Sure. Me feel say moving forward, no more electronics and so on. I'm fan so no. Come now to Chairman Solo and then Nana Apinka. Mujina can't hear back on. Elections in the now the focus should be Kotoko team no Ekwa Africa Ebebo League.
And at that instance of a 7 and Apinka any Chairman Solo Kano. Now Chairman Obin Sejero. No, included. Of course, I think they even no Kano. But then
at the point, me monitor elections now. Now all allegations be say from grounds or no who is say Omuchitino.
How?
It's in Quebec and the supporters cry mom Kotoaba.
How would they cheat?
I don't know. Bianca or no, how could be a bit me actually.
But they didn't ask him why. And yes, our mama they just supposed to ask him why. And he's so making any allegations that cannot go. I didn't know no GD say BBC cause
it's about media and so because say or a general supporting movie and Kotoaba.
At what time?
I ran bare 2-3 more.
Because me from an me check it not that form. On a papa me check it, but even in fact throughout the election, I think he never really got a foothold of it. Na Soluna na take you over. Ababe do some so yes, I think say for the betterment of Ono, the person, the pedigree that he has for himself, and also for the club Kotoko Nyam, anywhere Kotoko wants to go, it's important say Ono be putting out baby or who say Nyama etosin I coach. Then club no rectify those ones. If it's about voter turnout, and how ABA Bibi said gerrymandering, said no control some of the voters to come there. ABA the other opponents say to me influencing the voters at the center, or in other ways that he feel that he doesn't even trust the system. These things have to be put out formally. And even if he says it informally, as journalists, your Juma is to make sure say we peruse it and get him to tell us the reason in Tias Animal any rights. Then get Kotoko to work on it. Very important. Sir and Semino, and where we come from, it is easy for people to take such allegations and then literally just walk away without saying exactly what their problem is. The problem has to be known. You who problem now? Then we go on and then make the needed corrections next year.
Lando.
Yeah, Rich.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, Chairman Sola winning.
Yes.
Are you surprised?
So you see, election never chance in the na candidate me no na me hu omumu draw a drew. I mean, in terms of who was the favorite. But when the campaign course na no, you realize I say Bakumu drew was searching Baku
because of being such a Kotoko Juman why from the original level.
But says Chairman Solozo a management member da.
Yep. So now me mention is Obi awa region Ashanti region or any chairman. Enti yes, Chairman Solunso management. But so we are to me. I mean, we say, being such a was so kakra.
But at the church, but this election starts yesterday, make the campaign goes across now. You could realize electors, which is the voters, no minimum pay, and who go social media and print the back on who did it. But you see, Rich, at this point, I don't really care who is the winner. And I think say Nana Pinkre Kasano, I mean, he gave a subtle explanation about the member can say, they were winning a who here. Kotoko NCC na sudi da omoso. And I sudi da omoso they say Kotoko fans in share matches. What did I make an say? The fans are not watching Kotoko games at the Babaya Sports Stadium. As the way NCC chairman here you see here, that should be your primary responsibility to mobilize Kotoko supporters. As the chairman Solawini, congratulations to him. But I think he would need the support of everybody. Yeah, Chairman Solomijidi say the man they say 4 years. In 2029, you will call another election. Chairman Solomijidi describing the tenure as success when it is a bedroom where Tima mobilize Kotoko fans. I'm afraid he kase Kotoko supporters the share matches or stadium. They make what I say. Sanya Sadi, I mean, who say NCC will be a failure. Say at the end of the day, if the supporters leadership ain't mobilize supporters never form because which Kotoko na yenye supporting no and none NCC ni me who circles omo mobilize omo they correct matches of Babaya Sports Stadium. But then we are seeing a different story. Eddie Chairman Solo, congratulations. But name Asudi in the same. Make sure say in the next 4 years. In the next 4 years, we better mobilize Kotoko fans. I'm mobile stadium all the time. Not that year, can't somebody a building their car. Some say, Chairman Solo, before so be chairman, I supporters in the Tama Stadium. Because that's the fact. We knew me in a few GPA campaign 2 years ago. The fans are not filling the stadiums. They are not. And the Chairman Solo,
so, Mebo, my mentor, is it that Mpenufona are not doing enough,
Rich,
to bring the supporters to the stadium? And I say again,
Rich,
because at the contrary, man, Busao, Yenya instances are. And penny for the buses is see,
vantage
areas.
Points exactly.
Say, Yemfa supporters in few stadium, bus in the between will be uncle.
But Rich,
of course, I know why empty.
Rich, a problem now identify.
many immunity, made us some mamma when I'm in Yano. And until I said you are obey, they make an out as here. Me who say NCC or Mojima can see a palace and moon blazo Monaco matches or stadium. And the problem here, no solution anyway. Chairman Solo, Majidi is no winning. And our castle Baby NCC chairman, I have to amount. And between now and 2029, I will tell you about the so could be so could be more. As soon as you can see a pan say, Kotoko support is a bit more mobilized on Modiaco Stadium. After Ghana Premier League matches at Kotoko Bobby. Said the bear that you bet me, I can say, Kotoko fans are fed Moko Stadium. Because this story cannot continue. See a Bobo match, now Kotoko supporters a stadium 1,000 out of 40,000 capacity stadium. Sabayara. Now Kotoko fans a stadium 1,000.
And then you say, yeah, excuse me, support
me. One of the things I see is you see Kotoko very political. Now, I know most of the time it's not really so we overlook those things. That's why me Maka say obey say oh problem. Let us start a reconciliation. We don't just move on and say automatic of what is bra. Yenya reconciliation. Omunyon reconciliation. Because whether you like it or not, he also has some level of control on some people.
Sure.
It's here making sure say the grievances no. Yet and then move on from there. Mimi Huni said the biggest problem of Kotoko is that Kotoko keeps on marketing itself to the wrong target markets. The youth that's today, for me, will have probably the time. I will compete in the Mbeba Stadium on them. I don't think that the appeal has been done enough. When they did a little of that with Porcupine, Tertiary, and what's not, look at the impact. So they can do more there. How can, of course, and I think it goes down to it. How do you target this youth and use them to solve the problem? How? How do you get this youth on Porcupine, your friend is saying, for Abu Centers, and get them to contribute to Kotoko? It's for me about Sanyamano, and they have to come to the stadium. Maybe they and about Barcelona, and about Nyabeamano. Making them know that it's important for them to watch.
No, but it's rich. Fifi na waka many Fifi adwin. But the only say number one, make us a chairman solo was so the supporters in Baba Stadium. Meaning say any problem no. Name we need solutions. If the first step in solving this problem is for you to engage Chairman Bensacho, you have to do it because, like you said, around 3 p.m. Chairman Bensacho released a statement. Say as Yeriano on the digital platform, and so reconciliation is started. But me the say there's a problem at stake. Any question my who excuse. It's what the NCC leader. The problem was taken also will solve it. So whether we don't appeal to the Gen Zs, we don't appeal to whatever. Media me da some mamia when I mean you know. Anything you are not so be. So put together whatever thing you need to put together and make sure you solve the problem. Maybe no 2029. Yamatani and Castor near more chairman Sula Basu say. Chairman Sula be NCC chairman no. I feel the team stadium. Who stadium who kotoko fans or more bot team no echi. And then I'm especially be the biggest achievements by 2029.
Okay. Yan church media say any move 8 years show no say no matter what mobilization support, I'll say no matter what mobilizing supporters is not the issue. But if the Kotoko team doesn't win, and the Obaso say all mobilizing supporters their stadium no. And only your problem. But the team no so insha. The supporters will not come.
I think a section of other people believe in that. Say, a city. And I mean, say, but we say, a bimuti say move. Omujiri says a team is shy as a supporter seba. But I don't think say a directly proportional. Say team shy, especially in our part of the world. You baby in different jurisdictions. For me, it's a problem of marketing. Okay. And because Rich, go and now go to one video on second Jesse. Have you seen how people are excited about it? Go for Nhyira because and it's something that they would want to be associated with. It starts from there. Market to the right people, and once the win comes,
0322083581 83582 83583. Momrana Monso Momecha Madrin Kakana Fi Yentuaso Emfa Emam. Hello, first caller. Hello.
Hello?
Ebony.
Richardo.
DL.
Meda Fibeble. Mamentia no be for sanse ejuna mo bona anoden na mentia engineer ki edu gas room kuma so so me bala ka police station echi wa oti mamentia no na Richardo say oya Barcelona fan me pa chao ebe ya na man UI me siro beble Richardo mpa chao me siro
monyeme
oh now Barcelona is all better about maybe UT.
What the exam is upon Quebec?
Oh, blah, Kabayan Kaut now, baby, you know, one Quebec, and say, on the Mayu Nankasa team Nankasa, that one Nankasa would be a chila, Baloko, who easy. So, yeah, dear.
Baloko.
Okay.
Baloko, maybe.
There be you need another full man, a team man flew one of the people Balok be no. But what did Manu Akata one over there? Oh, Baloko, they better so more.
Mate, but that's it. Hello. Sorry. Hello. Wow. Hello. Hey. Wano.
Champion Richardo.
Danke.
What's the other than Gajor?
Okay.
So I want to read the drink. So I want to. I mean, I don't have a jump on a lawyer. Why? Sir, Richardo, on the Chelsea. Yenya fixtures are ye who is a Basadia, Yachina, Yabesano, Yabesa Baya, and the league, every league, Yabajet, near the Champion League, I can woo. And I am Petman, you need the answer to make it create. Debbie, Obafra, Yanyo, oh, Chelsea, Yanyo.
Mate, but that's the info for hello.
Hello, Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
You don't know about me, dear boy, for something like that. Yo, mesdames, and then you can go much in Africa, me now, South Sudan. Messi, what I will do, you. When you say that you can't get to go to the other, when you've been to. That's what you're Barcelona for the Chelsea for the not a visitor country or almost and changing. You are not a 7 year half waiting. You know, not doubt issue. And to every kind, this is in a way. I dear me, you know. Yenu anu a woma be be etwam o me fa tele ni woma be kan date man ko fi abre mu je de bra mo eje sini nyina no o mu ntani na enya kono on na o mu nte TV station ni bi na o me sha so ko documentaries no o mu yi di so say be ye di fi station ni yi ni ko be yo na enkwa yi ho ni o mu ni ti ko no se ne fi ani si ebra o mu bi se documentaries ni bi e de e kire no Remember, man, no, I'm going to know.
That's it. Then fall from. Hello.
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 Rich.
Yes, sir.
Pacho, I already na Joe. Me do I am a cocoa. Then the crime bar, so I say. So overcutting, yeah, I don't know my Madrid move. Because once I say a mother, you know, they say, Jina, and so and so. So, na basa na true be a un say, a bayan some take up the mother proper.
Basa and them are for a reason.
Oh, Mera mo some mina mdika can tell to mother do. Last year move. Okay, you know, na ya na wa from maka.
Mate me de me call Barcelona for a reason and tia. Yentwa hunkitu e bi na yemra yeba na yento dwumadi no so emfa emamo.
Bema wo junso ni mu pai ebikam
so etimi edi enya abano enso nti ekika ni na abom na chairman solo na sisi ade ye know as the new NCC chairman ono nso bebo adwuma edi ama ayekuma se asante koroko na omoto aba nwie ya announce so no na ewi na no yentie na sem odi tu dwa na afei yentoa adwumadi ne so emfa emawo chairman ofisuare ne nsem no see and odi tu
no yeda onyankopase na efriwa yada santimewura ase kotoko no ayo no ane dia kotoko yi yewurade a na wose ne nananom odi amaye se yene ni nyina nkamom na yenye sabu ya to aba mame se membeda achitafo nyina no enye posudie ayo som nti sabu ya to aba wi yo to aba na mame do anto aba mame ye na o support me ye na on support me ye besere kotoko na adi nkodim enye chairman solo na adi nkodim eye kotoko ena adi nkodim okko a edayenim no eso me bonto na maniso ade hu ni se enipa em stadium eye dwuma kase a ewose ye ekwan a ye befa so a kotoko na bede ne ho na pressure de commercial na so ate ekwan a ye befa so a ye betimi age Africa Cup ede amayura ene me botaye se ebetimi abamu a eja chema solasem eye busuani nyina ye nyina yasem
Okay, enti chairman solo after say empenifo bobo abano ye no as the NCC chairman no and now the sankomo yi ede etuga na IMC chairman na napenkra no no so ewo ejumadi no ase ono so nkomo de tuga ni
me the GSA and abatwe ya twentwen so almost in fame you know and nyame adom yetimi awie na yenya yetimi elect chairman the supporters front na kotoko na edi nkunim asante kotoko na edi nkunim enye Solomon ofosuwa na edi nkunim ye de obia endi gugu ye ji obia atum na de mede be sere solo ni se si ayi ni so obedi anim no onni kan enka afani nyina amom ebusia bia akonwa to de prayer entichemu wom ye wi a akoyemu mi no peyi wonka mo hombom ni enhwe se ni ebesi e de apagya kotoko bobokuo eno na e wo se ya ade a eda wani so
okay enti nana penka ono nso den sema ode atu egwa eno na oye da appeal ade ema the winner and afi kotoko supporters na se eze abani ato awie. Now the focus should be on the team. Africa omo eko ene league kotoko eba be wrem no. I want to say attention na enko elections there. Inya ewia yewie into bia enfan differences and to baby na fi omo nhwe kotoko enkanko no and so effect. But Kofi before you be call the merit of BBM no voter turnout no 39% because eligible voters nanka 9,604 but the year the name 3,782 and a koto abano. Does that mean they say minim said the meme dwen say na tie dia no munye interested ana say na as supporters no munye interested in the elections.
But how are the elections done? For you to make a cogent analysis of that station, you're supposed to know how the election was done.
Fabu census.
You're not just only interested. Because the person who needs to conform to bana na election anything. How many of them were even at a place that they could assess and then make sure some be voting? So I don't think that is the case. I don't think that just because fans are not interested. Again, I think that Ebeboa club to rope more people onto the Fabu census. No? And because Obio to Abani Bibiano is somebody that is on the Fabu census, who join the Fabu census. So that is the way to go for Kumasi and Kotoko. But I don't think it's because Kotoko fans are uninterested. You see, the only thing is that
I'm beyond grounds on Yakotua Bananke and con electronic.
Yeah, I think it makes mine more this time.
Obi to a card better.
Yeah.
But because of one or two being and intimate mama. But the electronica or tin baby are no fan phone, I be a short code be near there. But voting and going to the I think moving forward no more.
I'm making a lot of adjustments onto how our voting process no also. But then again, at the end of the day, I think say for me.
Jehua dan number 0540112434 0540112434 na wafene ni rana edin common na p phones and accessories and I call open phone papa original one Samsung Nokia Infinix Itel open tablet ediama bad yesuadia original and I turn the ama bono for and I feel no bana betona usikan enso ade bra na efa Ghana card kan wo ye no betena se nhye no tua ne kakra ye promotion to ade me nche wade ebi e ka boten 5,000 Ghana cedis branded t-shirt num inside book ni niam bibiri na ye che ewo ya kachinti open phone ato the original one no bra e kumase adum aseda house obi ba JK body nim na kwesi agema body nim ewo e adum ho na no obetimi aba friends see na jo phone 0533 093422.
Kwabna yanko anso say Betway as men kan to say sisi ade de so be Betway influencer. Kwabna influencer no so bet ni wi na utwa fa code no fa ma afoforo no mo nso ntwa. O percentage at say omudi no wonso ebi eba honum. Nipa ni twa yanko ade o 4% say ebeba ho nti o pese o ye influencer de Betway as bra na ubenya skadi na chese niam nso akoye e di amana Bomba Toss as men kan to say yetu kwan na akwantie no eye bono ana ye kwa kwadi ani na Bomba Toss say yade wo ekọ eye bono na afe wakwa akwhwe niam watete wo bono atese ye kama amanfo fi performance so ebese ne ko ho no we de otiga na ha ya wo betimi akọ in a smooth way na etimi aboanti ene botin eye cave wo say ye bekọ ana afe mountains fiema monkey say ye bewura ho kintampo water force no so ye bewura ho we di canopy walk ho na ninya no ye de Bomba Toss and so edi vibe ni ahodo ana fa ni je wutwitwa pictures ni ade kwabena ni nyina aye 500 Ghana pe just 500 Ghana na waba beka ka so aye de okode ene fu ezi fully nyanya ateze bibia wo mbi snacks ahodo enuane ahodo ene entrance fee ni nyina ka be bia beko bia nu ntua hwe eno anse wetwa 500 Ghana na wako aba asundwem eno aye Bomba Toss Bruno experience 2025 ye de na Kumasia Eija Eheya na ubenya Bomba Toss ene Victory Baptists enchonum epe ho ana yebesa se odotobri rural bank onum no enimwa na teze kan begina na ya nyina yakọ eye bono nti bra beka we no besa betimi ene Bomba Toss edin sawoso eye 0531 090 068 anaze 024 0261 671 686 na wafre Bomba Toss na chese eno nso wo matuma ajo so pese utukwan so kwan krofa ma so na ukosua de ombehwe aye ni nyina kama edi ama kwabna memfa nto aso ana ene ma memfa me birthday we emfa nwom na eja monsumunya kwan fa mo de ne emra ene eye Albert Owusu dodo na efre ne se kwame na ene ye se kwame birthday dia dodo na obi anim de omfa dada kwame ene eye wawoda we de wan kasa wo bra eye bra Kofi Mr. Jesse ono ne assistant headmaster academics Anglican Senior High School ana ese yemfa with the pay emfa ma enye ono nko wan kasa wuni ase Frank ewo UK wono nso eka ana fe enu ajewa wo maame na wan kasa wo wife Matilda ese yenyina fidie so na yema wa woda pa nyankopon ensure ye pa na onye wakoma so ade nyina emfa emanti se kwame happy birthday
ane DJ Apuzun so birthday
senior
birthday ane Love FM programs manager DJ maybe I will be an happy birthday
boss for birthday
I will for US band
so I sene nani
DJ
afina mate okaso beto party afina mate ase
I see DJ I would demonstrate nyankopon emfa bi emfa edmon na ma menye tenanso die ma no so ahuna afi memfa we no ento so emfa emmamo na tenase yereshe Lucy Amponsa awo aye Lunash Beauty Saloon awo aye Crowfrom ene aye Lucy Amponsa enso birthday Lucy baby I will be a happy birthday to you oba fe oko Crowfrom a obia enim no tina awo Nhyira FM ase yeresho happy birthday nyame chirawo na awudie mu nhyɛ bia nyankopɔn enso emfa bi enomo ene anope the second one no from yene ankasa yenua Jeff Abwaje ose yereshe Daniel Asante Pepra happy birthday Dani maybe obi an nyame hyaw onye okese na awudie mu nhyɛ bia nyankopɔn emfa bi enomo chairman
Richardo
ene
Angel Obinim a birthday Bishop
Obinim
Bishop Obinim a birthday
I see
na Sadik ene asoremani nyina se fa Nhyira FM so na yere show happy birthday ko ponkoswa na onkoswa no nyo kese onkoswa no ma wunyini wa dum ni mu
amen
na da odun sabiso bia awade ma nye kama fa ma happy birthday to you Bishop Angel Obinim
Atiefo yemfa mu nsia nyame adom ochina no nkron ye nim behia na ɛde the weekend edition of Nhyira the Guitar Passport no abrɛmo sisi ɛde akɔfa adom kaseɛ no ama me yɛbaeɛ na ɔhema benewa ɛne ɔbra team no atena ase ɛde ɔbra atoan Friday edition no ɛde abrɛn yakra mu nyina ɛdam ase ɛnhyira nyame yɛ adom a ɔkyena nɔnkron